Good morning, Sassy Fam. Welcome to your Thursday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in will be for Intimate Tarot. Yay! For those of you who are new to the channel or you just need a refresher, any questions about what you can expect from Intimate Tarot or sexual energy reads, description box. What it's about, what you can expect, whom it serves, description box. When in doubt, description box. I can tell you on the upfront, if the idea of intimate energies or sexual energies being looked at or discussed or described upset you in any way, you know what? Go ahead and pass this reading type up. It's no big deal. I have plenty of other messages in those playlists that you can check out for yourself. But Intimate Tarot, I read it simply because I understand the energy is important. Okay, that's it. That's why we look at any energy types. And sexual energy, it's just one avenue of energy that we as people at the individual level experience. Therefore, the more we know about it, the better. Obviously, our sexual energy affects who we are, never mind whom we're connecting with. So, again, I operate from that philosophy of the more you know, and that's it. That's all. But like I said, description box. Most subscribers will tell you it's really not too dissimilar from the general love readings, but it does have additional layers of intimacy built into it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you guys, like always, take what resonates, leave it does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit, which brings up a common question. Do I have to be in a relationship to watch Intimate Tarot? No, I see singles all the time. I see, much like relationship energies, sexual energies too can just start to begin to unfold with others, okay? Some people are still contemplating past sexual energies and nothing's present at the moment, It's just a variety of energies, just like life, right? But no, to answer the question, no. You do not have to be with somebody to watch this. Okay, but again, take it resonates, leave it does not, and then of course reverse energies as you see fit. These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. I know that's frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Okay, you guys? Oh, it's no real notes or anything like that. Honestly, there's no reason why the intro shouldn't be super short. Unless sometimes I go out of my way to make it long. So, yeah, but I had some questions. Well, if you remember your first 5 albums, do you remember your first 10, 15, 20? Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I might make that a Facebook post because I know that for some reason people are interested in what I used to listen to in my youth, and you'd like to share, and that's the interesting thing I think about music, which I often liken to reading books. I kind of tell me who you are by what you read. A lot of people think that way about music, tell me who you are by what you listen to. And so, yeah, I completely understand that curiosity makes sense. So I might do a Facebook follow-up post about my first maybe 20 albums or so that I bought as a teenager. The library today is, incomprehensible. It's everywhere. Obviously, I branched out in terms of music interests and tastes. But still, when I was a youth, my interests were quite concentrated. But yeah, no, I'll be happy to post that, and you guys feel free to share, which of course reminds me, yes, I'm on Facebook. If you'd like to follow me there, it's in the description box as well. And then I was also asked, what was your favorite 7-Eleven Slurpee flavor? Oh, cherry, of course. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all she wrote. I will see you at the Sunday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're up first. Show me Leo, please. We're going to start by taking a look at your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present passions. Show me Leo. Happy birthday, by the way. We're still in your season. But oh my goodness, we're already moving through it. But yes, happy birthday. What's going on? Show me. Leo, please. Justice. Yeah, strength. You. 4 of Swords. Gosh. I see you contemplating your own sexual energy, where it can be found these days. You're saying overall, you find value in kind of keeping your sexual energies to yourself right now. You're saying it's done wonders for you, actually. Makes you feel empowered. Makes you feel alive. So Four of Swords is masturbation and intimate tarot, right? But there you are with your power card. Strength, justice. It's like the more you conserve your sexual energy, you say, the more powerful you feel. So it makes you feel good, balanced. Some of you might be what you call intentionally celibate at this time. You have a lot built up in there, but I have to admit it looks good on you. You're showing me strength of will, discipline, but things feel correct to you. Okay? By kind of holding on to your sexual energies, you're saying you're actually feeling incredibly balanced. You know? I like that. I like how you're comfortable with it, but not only comfortable with it, you say you feel stronger for it. So this one's very specific. You would kind of know if you're resonating with that. You say it feels very correct to you to hold on to that particular strength of passion and intensity, sexual expression. It's really allowed you to focus, create balance for yourself in your life. It's created harmony with you, within you. All right. What's up? You're showing me positive conservation with your sexual energies. I respect that. It's giving you a lot of focus. But balance. Okay. Four of Cups, the Stars, I see. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, the Lovers, the Magician. You want more, that's why. You want more. It looks like you're heading in that direction. Okay? But yeah, Four Cups, you've been dissatisfied, emotionally dissatisfied, and therefore sexually dissatisfied. Just rip that Band-Aid off. But then again, the Leo I'm looking at, you already know. There's a reason why you were showing me conservation of your sexual energies. You're allowing them to build. And not only does it give you focus, balance, peace within, but it gives you strength too. Okay? And that's why a lot of people will actively choose celibacy. It's like they really want to gather all their energies. Okay? Learn from them, feel them, get in tune with them. And when that happens, we can have so much focus, so much control, so much discipline, so much strength. When we're not allowing our energies to just flow outwards randomly, here and there into different channels. Okay? And like I said, it looks good on you. You look very focused. You look very strong, sexually and otherwise. You're building up a lot of potency there. Yeah, that's the reason why. You want more. Four of Cups. You've been dissatisfied. You're familiar with it. You're familiar with the feeling. Okay? You know what it's like to kind of give your emotional energy away and your sexual energy away and where that's led you. Or to the wrong person, a situation, place, or circumstance. And you know what that's like. You're familiar with the subject. And the Star, you want something so much more long-term, yes, but much, much deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction than what you've previously experienced. And that's why you're refraining. You want more. Long story short. Ace of Pentacles is between you and someone else. You might well be on the path to getting that. Over here, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles. My. Very sensual creature right here. But also very exclusive. So the Emperor and Empress, you know, they only concern themselves with their equals in love and in sex. Okay. Or that's the idea. So this person has a very strong sense of self-worth already built in to their character profile. They didn't say it once, they said it twice. That includes the sexuality. and how they perceive it, thus who they give it to. So while they will be very comfortable with their physical bodies, very comfortable with their sexual interests, how they developed into their own sexuality, they'll be very comfortable with it. Okay? But limited experience. Who they share it with, well, selective. Kind of like the way you're showing me. Sexual selectivity by keeping it to yourself. You're not just letting it out. So that in and of itself is a form of selectivity. Being selective. Okay? Yeah, your energy, sexual energy, okay, is preparing itself for something greater. And it's coming. I'm trying to figure out if that was pun intended or not. Anyway, it's on its way. Ace of Pentacles. Brand new beginning for you both. You're interested in so much more than where you've been. You've gone out of your way to conserve the energy to make sure that that would happen. Okay. To kind of tame, control, but build into positively your stronger sexual characteristics that we wouldn't just give to the next thing that got your fancy, your interest, your attraction, which is so easy. But it's not so easy to recognize quality. And that's one of the reasons why you're pulling in all energy towards you, is that you want to be able to recognize quality. Well, it's here. Soon. Okay? Perhaps they will show me some time. But yeah, this is someone who is very comfortable with themselves. Okay? Strong and very sensual too. Very sensual this person is, and comfortable with their sensuality. They have a particular style of dress. I know that. That's how, or one of the ways they express themselves. They also seem to pop with their own sense of colors and surrounded by with a kind of feminine energy. Doesn't have to be, but the female form is here twice. Like I said, strong sense of self, but very soft. Okay. All right, Nine of Swords. The Lovers, the Magician. Some worry there, Nine of Swords, as one might expect when we're consciously manifesting so much more. It can feel like a lot is at stake. Yes, I can see that. You have quality here, and it's showing up, and it's showing up strongly and beautifully. It's what you had wanted. It's one of the reasons why you are aiming for the stars here. You don't want any more emotional and sexual disappointment. Again, here in Intimate Tarot, it's both. You want so much more. If you wanted flings and easy catches, you could have had that by now. If that had worked for you, right, then you wouldn't be showing me so much dissatisfaction about previous experiences. There's a reason why you're keeping all that beautiful Leo sexual energy to yourself, and not only that, it has benefited you a great deal. And you see that, and more to the point, you feel it for yourself. I'm not telling you which you're not already experiencing. You look great. You're not letting pieces of you just leak out randomly to this, that, and the other person. But yeah, so there's going to be some stress here. Nine of Swords, the Lovers, the Magician. When you're actively, consciously manifesting for something so much more and it's showing up, it's going to provoke some anxiety. It's just, you know, Nine of Swords is different for everybody. Check it. Don't let it get out of control. And by that I mean give in to the fears. You wanted more. You went out of your way to ask for more. You prepared yourself for more. Allow yourself to accept the gift of more. Okay? Because it's here. Or it will be soon enough. Yeah, see? They're coming. It'll be a good match for your energy, and you'll be so glad that you conserved it. Again, when we allow our passion, Four of Cups, there it is again, to just kind of leak out into unhappy situations. It seemed like it felt good at the time, but it's a road to nowhere. We get that horrible feeling that, what was that even for? I just let my energy out for no good reason. It seemed attractive at the time, but honestly, it weren't nothing. I won't call it to. Right? Temperance. I strongly suspect that's the case. Healing your sexual energies and appreciating that. Perhaps since last Sagittarius season, actually. Being patient, not rushing the process. Okay? not having to chase to pursue. It's like if it's quality, I'll know it's quality. There won't be any confusion about that, and you're absolutely right. Seven of Swords, yeah, avoiding sexual interactions, passionate interactions, just basic flirtation, just avoiding that, saying no, no, it's not worth my while. No, no, it's not worth my while. And you're right, it wasn't. It wasn't worth your while. Been avoiding any sort of intimate interactions that were just low functioning, or, again, at the time, they looked attractive, but weren't. You want more. You held out for more. And that discipline, that strength of will looks very good on you. It looks like it's done wonders for you. Okay? Yes, you have a very strong connection here, not once but twice, and it shows up physically as a person. Someone who, once more, is very comfortable with the sexual energy, what it is that they like. And they're very sensual, like I said. A lot of feminine energy there. But it's graceful. It knows itself well. And it has long-term written all over it, but from your point of view, it's like I'm manifesting a strong connection with the lovers there. Oh, yeah, that's what's coming through. The only element of concern I've seen is the Nine of Swords. So like I said, give yourself that grace, right, of accepting that which you have been working so hard to bring into your life, your world. Okay? Grapes. Time to go out and have some fun. Indulgence. A little bit of wine. Oh, but you know, that sensual, that's what's coming to me right now, is that sensuality from this person. They might be a bit of a foodie. Enjoy feeding you, feeding their lover, that kind of thing. Or cooking. That's very sensual. That's food. Like, I get that. Food is a love language. Absolutely. Someone might love a good cook. Bird, flying. News is on the way. Communication is coming on through. Okay? All right, this is a tea leaf, of course. Many of you will recognize it. I've had it for years. It's just, merely huge. This is nothing. It's about 4 or 5 times this, and they're impossible to shuffle, so I had to be selective about which ones to show. But I'm like, you know what? This one might give us some good characteristics. Okay, quill. Yeah, getting back to the basics, but again, once more, communications incoming. There's the offer, grapes. Do you want to go out for some food, a drink maybe? But physical characteristics, not too many, other than the fact that this person kind of exudes a sexual strength, but a softness around it. Selective, yes. A lot of hyper-femme right there. Very beautiful, very sensual, very soft. For you, for your part, you're showing me that you consider your sexual energy, rightfully so, as a strength. And it's on you to refrain from lesser connectivities, which will waste your energy, waste your progress, and waste your manifestation, right? Make sure it goes to the good one, the right one. You want to land the big fish. It's easy to get the small fish. You want the big fish, okay? Yeah, I say. And there it is. It's moving on, N12. Some of you might have from Virgo in your chart. I haven't done theirs yet, but perhaps check theirs out. 12 moving on. Many of you said I would be moving on some time ago, and this is your next point of reference and moving forward. I don't know when you said moving on. I think some of you have been, like I said, actively healing your sexual energy since last Sag season. And number 12 might be important to you, but yeah, moving on also to your next bond, your next connection. It's time for me to move on and let the whatever it is go, the disappointment, wherever it is you're coming from, go. And moving forward is proof of moving on. Okay? All right. Pay attention to the red flags in reverse. There are none. Not with this one. And that's what happens when you make it a point to deal in quality only. Okay? There are no red flags on this one. It's a brand new. You two will share that between you two. Okay? The strength of a real offer with strong bond and very comfortable, strong sexual energies that are quite balanced between you two. Lovely. We have one letter today, D. You have the key. Yes, you do have the key. To open this new door, to lock old doors, yes, absolutely. And throw away the key if you want, but also to open new doors. And then we have the medallion once more of Virgo. You, Leo, and then Libra. Of course, like I said, you might have some Virgo in your chart. Perhaps check those out. Even if it's a small placement. I haven't done theirs yet, though. So I don't know. Okay, but yeah, you might have any of these very strong placements. Oh, and we also have the butterfly Scorpio. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their seasons might be important to you. Okay. All right, Leo, honey, this was great. This was absolutely wonderful. It was very sensual, deeply connected. I like how you started out being connected to yourself first and foremost, which is beautiful because that's translating very well into a connection that is worthy of you, which is the whole point of why you did what you did. Right? No more of these lesser energies taking up my time, taking up my sexuality, taking up my love, taking up the best of me. I'll keep that to myself first. And then I can see who's actually worthy of this. I'll know because I'll see that reflected in them. And that's correct. All right. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag. What's up? Show me Sagittarius, please. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. And just get a feel for your present passions. Okay. Queen of Swords, King of Cups, the High Priestess. Oh, lots of focus there. Lots of focus. Mental focus tied to our sexual energy. Okay. Emotional focus also tied to our sexual energy. And the High Priestess tied to our sexual energy. Oh my. Well, you are thinking and feeling about something. Deeply. Intimately. Approaching your fires from multiple elements, multiple points of view. Well, something or someone here has got your attention. You look all fired up, like I said, mentally, emotionally, spiritually there. Your Ace of Wands looks like it's really engaged in multiple areas of you. You think about being turned on, you feel about being turned on, and your intuition's trying to guide you over here, over here, over here, over here. Well, let's see where it's taking you. According to your energy, it's already there. Gosh. You look mentally and emotionally stimulated. Okay. Two of Wands, Two of Cups, Judgment. Oh, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups. I see. Yeah, you, Temperance, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Good, 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 good. I like that. Clarity. Clarity for you. It's not really an outward future so much as an internal reflection that you'll need for yourself soon enough. But it looks good. It looks calm. It looks gentle on you. I like what I'm seeing here. I do. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what you did there. I like what you did with this. Okay. No, but it's good. I like that. Like I said, something here is receiving the best of some of your best intentions and focus, feeling. Mentally, like I said, you are turned on. Emotionally, you're turned on. Your intuition's had her coffee. She's awake. She's processing. She's paying attention. So you have some wonderful elements in you. You do. And it's like, so what we're paying attention to? Something. Two of Wands, Two of Cups. Yeah, yeah. I like your conversation. So do you. We're talking. You're opening up, and it's beautiful. You're opening up in fire. You're opening up in love, and it feels very equal to you. Right away, you're showing me equality, or the potential of equality. Being on the same page with somebody from the point of view of fire and love, and it feels good. You like what you're feeling. Like I said, you look very stimulated. But what you're experiencing feels even. This feels really even. It's exciting. It is exciting. It's exciting, that feeling of this is even, this is happening for the both of us. Oh my God. I'm participating in this. This is awesome. And it feels good. It gives you a warm glow. It's nice. So your intimate energy once more is tied up to your emotional energy, at least with what it is or who it is you're conversing with. What you might look like, sexually speaking, on any other day, I don't know. I'm just kind of capturing you in this moment with this person. So, like I said, it's not just your loins kicking off. Your mind is in it. Your heart's in it. Okay? And your intuitive self, which I'm trusting here in this context, is also in it. Judgment between you and this person. We know what that means. Or we should do. So over here, 3 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Whatever this is, whoever they are, you are, at some point, you two are connecting or reconnecting. I'm not saying you have to. You can go ahead and shoot the messenger. I don't care. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people do want to hear that. So again, it either resonates or it doesn't. It's not a threat, so don't take it as one, right? It's not meant to make you angry. If it does, yeah, okay, bye. That's the end of the road for you. Check your other placements. It doesn't look threatening to me. It's the opposite. It actually looks quite healthy. It looks like I almost kind of want to say to you two, it's about time. So that's it. That's all I want to say. It's about time. But your energies needed to cook. And when they were ready to connect or reconnect, that's when they were ready to connect or reconnect. And that was for some of you too. It was a matter of divine timing. And I don't know this is necessarily a romantic person of the past. It may never have gotten intimate in the past. I don't know. But it is someone whom, bare minimum, you are emotionally familiar with and you are very happy to see them. Whether or not it was full-on sexual intimacy, I don't know. But are you interested? Hell yes. Are they interested? It looks like it could be. So 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, that one's heavy water oriented. I can tell you that right now. It could be connecting to the water signs, but I do know this, even though they're showing me a 3 of Cups and you're showing me the 2. Okay, so you two are feeling very comfortable with each other. They're packing a big piece, and by that I mean a cup. So they're a big feeler there. All right, so just FYI. And they are looking for love, and you are also unfolding in that direction. But again, it's that sense of evenness. So good. The both of you, more or less, are experiencing the same thing at the same time, which is wonderful. Hopefully we'll continue to go in that direction if you two so desire it. But all I can tell you is that, yeah, this divine timing was at play for this. Connection, reconnection, whatever. The point is that you're showing up happy. They are too. That's all I care about. Okay? But oh my goodness, you look so mentally turned on. And you yourself understand that you want to be open to this with the King of Cups there. So that's the whole gig of the King and Queen of Cups. So you might have some water in you too. Is that they understand they're open to giving and receiving. Claimancy of the emotions. So again, you're here because you want to be. That's the Sagittarius I'm looking at. You're choosing it intellectually, emotionally, and intimately, yeah. Okay? And their sexuality is brewing in that big old cup of theirs. Okay, so what they're packing, well, I can tell you this, they're emotionally attractive. I'm not getting too much in the physical characteristics, although they might have some lovely hips. Abdomen, breasts. Don't quite know. But that's for some. All right, but yeah, their emotional self is what you find attractive. Among other things, I'm certain. All right, Temperance, that's you, darling. Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. For you and your own personal sense of reference, you're showing me how you understand sexual healing intellectually is a big deal for you. You're saying you're connecting to this because you understand it feels right to you. And intellectually, you've concluded it fits you. Connecting in this way fits you quite well. It's almost like you're saying, this is what I needed. Temperance, Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. You're saying, this is exactly what I needed. This is very correct for me. It's giving you a lot of answers here. Whomever this is, and your two's connection, by participating in it, is saying it's giving you a lot of answers. And that you find those answers incredibly soothing. You find those answers incredibly satisfying. You find those answers to be incredibly healing. There's something here about the confusions going away, and isn't that wonderful? That sense of stuckness. There's no movement for me, emotionally or sexually. That's going away as well. So the more you connect to this, the more you know, and you literally feel so much better about what you're learning. It's like you ever just been in a situation where you couldn't immediately access water and you're just like, you're dying for some water. And then you get the water and you're like, oh, that's the best water ever. And you knock the whole bottle out, right? Or whatever it is. That's exactly what it looks like for you. It's like, oh, I needed this. I didn't even know how much I needed this. That's what you're showing me. Okay. But I like how specifically what makes you feel so darn good is that there's a lot of clarity over any sort of confusion. Things just make sense when you connect to them, and doubts, fears, or misgivings you had seem to be going away, which is beautiful. Okay, I'm all for that. That's wonderful. All right. I like your reading today. I like your style. I knew this was going to be a good read. For me, this is a good read, however it is you feel about this. Because like I said, I get mixed results. I'm just going to tell you what looks good or doesn't. It looks healthy or maybe it isn't. Or, hey, more work needs to be put into it before I can tell. I can just tell that your two's hearts and or spiritual selves connected before anything else. That's all I know. And it looks positive. If it was anything less than, I would have told you that. Okay? But how I like, though, is that you just kind of kicked off the reading by telling me who you are. You're someone who appreciates... Well, me too, actually, is that mental stimulation. There's something about this that when you look at it, it gets your focus, it gets your attention. You don't experience that too often. Yeah, I'm the same way. King of Cups. There's a lot to be said about mental stimulation. And the King of Cups, though, but it also speaks to your heart quite efficiently, easily, effectively. And the High Priestess is there backing it up. So you're telling me you know what you know, you feel what you feel. And I like that. I like that about you. I do. It's like I'm not doing anything I wasn't already prepared to do. Like I said, how you might have reacted to any other energy, that cute person that you see sometimes, that whatever. This one gets the right kind of attention and focus from you. Okay? Like that. The Sun, warmth, Five of Cups. Somehow, in some way, the past is getting obliterated. So whatever your two's past history was, it doesn't matter. And I think that's why don't get me wrong, I'm not saying faults don't come into play. I'm not saying healing wasn't a thing. I'm not saying serious shit's not discussed. Of course it is. What I'm saying is that when you two connect, for one reason or another, it's like the past doesn't matter. It's like saying there are... everything happens for a reason. I learned what I needed to learn. I experienced what I needed to experience, and it doesn't really factor in like it used to. Whatever old concerns there were of the past are just kind of being blown away. I thought it would be a bigger deal. I thought perhaps I or they would never be over that particular reference. I didn't know that I could ever heal those particular feelings or those past elements, but surprise, surprise, I don't need them. Because there is a stronger sense of feeling of hope here, or warmth, that is more strongly felt between you two than that of the past. So some of you might lean towards forgiveness. I hear you on that, and that's a skill I think that's quite diminished in modern culture. I don't know. I'm one of those people. What's the point of hating? Honestly, life's too short. You're going to let something go, let it go. You want to be at peace with something or somebody, then be at peace with it. Did you learn what you needed to learn? I'm not saying you have to take the past back. I'm not saying you have to go back to it. What I am saying is what you two experienced together suggests that the way to the past isn't as big as perhaps one or both of you perceived it would be. A big of a challenge or issue. There's more sense of hope for warmth than there is cold, okay? And I think that's one of the things why I see you having learned so much, and you just know it's correct, okay? You know it's correct. I'm not saying don't expect heavy discussions. Of course not. It's through the course of those heavy discussions that we discover things like this. This is what I learned about the past. This is where I was. This is where you were. This is what we did. This is what we didn't do. You see what I'm saying? I know. Yeah, I know. It's the Lovers. Yeah, of course it is. I know. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Something I say about the past all the time, learn from it, but don't get lost to it. Life is a compromise. You don't learn from it, you're doomed to repeat it. But if you live in it, if you're constantly living in the past, then you forsake your own present and then therefore future. Life is a compromise of both. And I think you both have leaned into that attitude a little bit. Okay. Dreams somebody's had, or you both have had an increase of dreams. I'm not terribly surprised. The more you up the ante in those strong connections, you're much more likely to start dreaming about them, especially when it's the time. But yeah, 7 dreams, a lot of dreams about each other. Some of them are intimate, fantasy-based, you know, how your sexual energies would express themselves towards each other in those dreams. Emotional intimacy, old memories and dreams, anything, a variety of things. 7 is just very open-ended. For some of you, there will be more energy around this by the lights of the full moon. Okay. Yours was pretty good. I'm stretching it out because I'm enjoying it. But yeah, it really didn't need it to be any longer than 15 minutes, but still. Okay. Yeah, February. For some of you, next February might be important. Last February might have been important. And then you could also be connecting to someone who was born in the month of February. Okay. And, gathering our strength for some of you since February. Somebody has been gathering their work energies, working very hard since last February. Work, achievement, success. Okay, is that you? Is that them? I don't know. But somebody's been working very hard, very diligently, I think, since last February. For some reason, that's very specific for somebody. And the 4-leaf clover increased their luck, fortune. Now's the time. Now's the time. The luck's with us now, it seems. But we've been working hard on ourselves. Working hard to understand the past. To learn what we need to learn from it, to make peace with it. Okay. We have M, W, R, O. We have your medallion. Also called Cupid's arrow, but Sagittarius' arrow. Yeah, some of you might have some very interesting, and I mean interesting, obscure placements in Sagittarius. Maybe it's your rising, maybe it's your north node. I don't know. But that, it kind of hits that way. Doesn't have to be. But yeah, a sign for you. And then also we have the medallion of Cancer. Keyword here being imaginative. 7-2. Some of you are very imaginative. You might have some Cancer in your chart. Could be connecting to. This month of July, of course, might be important as well. Anyway, I hope this helped you, Saggy Honey. It was a good read. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, what's up? Show me Aries, please. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? Just get a feel for your present passions. Show me Aries, please. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, the Moon. Oh, Justice. Okay. The energy, your sexual energy, your intimate energies has had some stuff going on behind the scenes, and you don't seem to be completely aware of it right now. Knight of Pentacles, you're like, it's just another day for me. Okay. The Moon, Justice. Okay. Something's building up in your intimate energies there, but again, you can't see it. You're like, I'm just having another day. Knight of Pentacles. But we can't see it yet. But there's something coming forward that suggests balance. Your intimate energies, what you've been feeling there. Unexpected equality in your intimate energies. A sense of balance there. I don't know. It's unexpected. You're not looking for it. Okay. Call me curious. What's going on? Knight of Wands. Seven of Cups. That's what I say over here. Could have fooled me. You don't look like you're in a rush at all. It's like your sexual energy anticipates no changes right now. It's like I said, it's Aries is Aries right now. It's another day for you. Then there's the burst. There's that Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands. Oh, Page of Wands. Oh. It's like, well, give me something to burst to. There, I finished it. I was going to edit that out, and I was like, don't, because that's a little too much nail in the head. And I'm like, that's why we're here, though. One of the reasons I show up is because, honey, I love a good pun. I just play on words, whatever. I'll take it. But I say you're not bursting for anything right now. Not that you expect to. Otherwise, you look quite mellow. Okay, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and then you just burst forward. It's like, well, that was unexpected. Yeah, it's like you're Aries is walking along. Being Aries is like I'm doing this on any given day with the Knight of Pentacles. They're not known for moving fast. That energy, it's like this is my everyday for me. I pace myself. This is how I put my energy into things. I'm good. So I got something for you cooking in the background that suggests a leveling out that's unexpected to you. But it's there. It's supposed to be there. It's supposed to come forward. It's supposed to show up a little bit more like you in your intimate energies, its intensity, how it feels. And then I see you reacting. It's like, oh, I better respond to that. And then boom, that's more like you right here. You have a swift reaction. It's natural to you. By the time this thing presents itself, and it took a minute there with the Knight of Pentacles twice, you were moving along, this thing was moving along, and at some point you two intersect. And you're going to have some fun discovering how much this person's like you. Yeah, your fire speaks to their fire, so it could be connecting to fellow fire sign. Goodness knows, I have plenty of reason to believe that. But yeah, you went from I'm just moving along to, okay, something comes forward that represents a more intimate balance. It's connecting to someone like you. It looks like Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. You're like, right, I'm going to try this out. And then boom, no hesitation. Again, that's very you. You could say it's fire signs in general, but Aries, honey, once you know you're moving in a particular direction, that's it. You show up because you understand you want to. That is correct for you. You know, it's a natural response for you. I just see I gotta participate. I want to open up. I gotta try this out. Let's see what this is about because it's got your attention. It has got your attention. It's got your attraction as well. Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. There it is. You feel like you want to pursue this. It feels good. It feels exciting. It feels sexy. It's definitely got your energetic attention. And it's like I said, once more, it's natural to you. It's a natural response for Aries. But you are approaching this with the Seven of Cups behind you. Okay, you're open towards this. Okay? You are showing me, to be clear, emotional and sexual openness. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying you have to be sexually active with this person. I'm saying this, Aries, if you haven't made the choice yet, you will be soon enough. But something about it feels so comfortable to you. It feels very comfortable to you. You were in a slow gear and then you kicked into a high gear fast, but it feels comfortable. Knight of Pentacles. Steady. You both tend to take your time in things. You both have a tendency to show a no-rush value on your everyday life, in your everyday life. So you're reacting one way, so are they. Anyway, King of Wands, Page of Wands, yeah. They have as much fire as you do. They have as much passion as you do. They have as much intensity as you do. They're also open. So far, you two are showing me tit for tat. You know? All right, fire meets fire. Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Oh my, this feels very good. It's very attractive to you both. When you two are out in public, oh boy, do you get attention to both of you. People can tell. You ever been in public with somebody and you know, it's between the two of you, you know what's up, you know what's on, okay? You got the vibes, you're vibing with each other, you got the eyes, you got the conversation, feels good. Other people around you can pick up on that. You ever been outside, like at a restaurant, and you're like, oh, that is definitely some first date shit right there. That is first date, second date, maybe third date, but it's like you can see the sparks are flying upwards, and you're like, I wish those two luck. I really do. You ever been to that? Well, now it's your two. When you're two together, people are going to be looking at them. It's like, oh yeah, they're definitely doing some first date stuff right there. Look at that. Look at that. You can't miss it. It's so distinct. You can feel it, and you're like, I want some of that to rub off on me. Well, you two are going to create that space for others because it's very visible, and it turns you on, and it turns them on. It turns you both on to be in each other's company, long story short. Once more, there is a vulnerability in here, the Knight of Cups, but you both seem to be speaking a very fluent language of fire. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong about that. I'm just saying it's clearly in your element, literally, and theirs too. Very excited to connect. The visibility kind of puts you both through the roof. It's like an insta-high for you both, being in each other's proximity. So that's nice. Knight of Cups. But here's the thing. Eight of Pentacles comes into play at some point. It's like, we got to do this again. So it looks like you two are going on a second, a third, and a fourth, because you bypass the two and the Three of Pentacles and the four. It's like you made short work of that. You went past the Six of Pentacles too. So it feels so correct to you both. Again, I like it when people play into their elements that are correct for them. Clearly, you're very comfortable with fire. So are they. And it works. It works for the both of you. Okay, but you're both showing me we're gonna work on feelings. We're gonna build into that. That's yes, absolutely. But how you knew, the both of you, to work to build into feelings is because your fire, the both of yours fires syncs up quite well. Okay, so the attraction, to say it's mutual, is that's obviously clearly there. But the thing is, Knight of Pentacles, that took for it, but it's nice. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice for those of you who've been wishing, but perhaps not taking very seriously, or you weren't directly pursuing it, because you weren't directly pursuing it. But for those of you who are kind of like in the background, I would really love to meet someone like me one day. I would really like to meet someone who is more adventurous like me one day, or more passionate like me one day, or someone who just makes me feel like I'm being swept off my feet. That was back there. It was cooking, and it's coming through. Okay, and it is going to be like you. It is. But it's like I was doing a Knight of Pentacles. That element, that timing element, I'm getting thrown on that one. So to be clear, you're doing your thing. You're on your path, not being rushed, right? They have a similar thing. I walk down my path comfortably too, and I don't like being rushed either. But it's kind of like when it hits, it hits. You're like, me too. I take that feeling, I want to go with it. I want to explore it. You're like, I've never heard these words from another human being. And that's what it's like when you connect to someone like you. Energetically, yeah. How you two might bond up spiritually, I don't know. That's something for you two to discover. But it's nice. It's nice when you meet someone like you, right? And things can kind of take off. You're both clearly comfortable with your fire elements, but you're both clearly very comfortable walking your own paths at your own pace, too. Six of Wands, Knights of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I'm going to build into the emotions. Absolutely. Vulnerability, but gosh, doesn't it feel so good? In terms of expression, man, even if you don't feel like you're the most flirty person, that's not the point. Your fire kind of speaks for you. You don't back down on your passion. Okay. When you say it's go time, when it's time to explore and open up, you mean it. You're like, I'm there. You can burn quietly, you know, be someone who smolders and it shows. Okay, you can be very sensual. You can be very lit up, but in a quiet way. Not everybody is external. You might be an internal fire. You're burnt. Your fire burns behind your eyes, and people can see that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. So even if you're like not the most flirty person, that's not the point. You exude the energy, all right? And it's comfortable for you. You're in tune with it. You don't deny that part of yourself. You know, they look like they're very embracing of their sexual energy, their outward energy. Okay. They put out that charm. They might even lay it out thick. That's all right. You're not receiving any attentions you don't want. I'll tell you that. The both of you, 6 of Wands. Oh, gosh. God, it's going to be one of those things. Even if you two go out for a coffee or a drink, it's going to be like, whoa. Look at the energy flying off those two. They're a vibe. Yeah. Anyway, let's get some advice. 4 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Okay. All right. 10 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Little gun shy there as a person. Perhaps a little hesitant about building into relationships. Someone might be newly single. Knights of Wands, the Magician. Oh, so you have been manifesting this. Not fully acknowledged, though. I don't think you ever took it seriously. I'm never going to find someone like me. Someone who is just, when they feel it, they're in it. And they move towards it. Connects to it without hesitation. It's like, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to find someone as passionate, as fiery as I am. Who is intense as I am. Like, I mean, it sounds nice, but... fairy tales, am I right? No. You have been manifesting. That Knight of Wands is attached to you. But here's the thing. We're a little gun shy. I believe it's you. 4 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. You've burned before in relationships. That's why many of you have been comfortable on your own, going in your own way, in your own direction for a while. You've got some history there with the 10 of Swords, particularly disappointment in how things have built into a relationship. Even though it might have been strongly felt, it might have not been stable either. We have some history there. You're familiar with the subject, but nonetheless I see your willingness to try. Again, it seems to be on the condition that you connect to someone more like you. Someone who leans into their fire and isn't afraid of it. Fully owns it. Puts it out there. Gives and receives it. But in that sense of with a clear energy available to build into it. Okay? Not just keep it on the surface. You really do want to build into an intimate connection. I got you. And that seems to be available there. The rose. And romance is in the air. Well, no kidding. Someone dropped some roses. But it's also, of course, the metaphor, but it's romantic. Oh, yes. Yeah, I knew it. I know. I was like, somebody's got nice legs. And I was over here in that 6 of Wands, which is the ass is a little, do you work out? Yeah, I do. And this, it's the legs. Someone's got very nice legs. Strong muscles. It could be, I did see that briefly on the underlying there underneath the deck was the Lovers. Then we had the Tulip as the next one. There's the intensity of the fire. For some of you, the light of the next moon or by the next moon, the full moon. That's, I believe, in a week or so. A good listener there. And Horseshoe, a touch of luck. But what I was really meant to see was that leg. Yeah, somebody's got some nice legs. We exercise. We never skip leg day. I don't know. Perhaps we're runners. But there's something about a strong calf muscle right there, which has led to a pretty decent derriere, it seems. Okay. Oh, yeah, before I forget. We have V, C, T, X, L, and then we have the chakra. We have that in alignment. Good, I'm glad, because, you know, fire signs, unfortunately, with that element, it can be very intense, very attractive, very charming, but it can also be used against you as well. And I know what that's like, to run deep with fire to burn with it. And that's why I wanted to make sure to tell people it's not always external. Some people burn from the inside out. In other words, it's not always so showy. It's not always so obvious. You have to be willing to connect with somebody in order to see it or experience it. And you're kind of like, I want someone to be more like me. You know, it's not just external where everybody can see it. It's more of a limited experience. So in other words, all that to be said, you are aware of your fire side. You are aware of your more stronger inclinations towards passion and intensity. And you kind of want someone to be more like you. That way you don't feel weird about it, bad about it. Someone who gets it, someone who appreciates it, someone who puts a similar value into it, but also knows how to build or work towards something constructively. And that involves you getting your chakra in alignment and understanding your fire is a good thing. And that's the thing with fire signs. In order to sustain a fire sign's interest, you have to know how to keep the fire alive. So it's not just about initial attraction. No. But embracing it and not being shy about it and not feeling bad about it, that's a good start. Connecting to someone like you who has a similar appreciation, that's where it gets tricky. Because it's like, oh, it's just all fire all the time. Well, you got to keep the fire alive. And how do you do that? You understand that you're working through emotions and that you're building something. Surrendering, 31. Interesting. Surrendering. Don't quite know what that has to do with anything. Surrendering to this connection, surrendering to the fact that someone wants to give to this. I don't know what surrendering has to do with it. Perhaps some of you, that kind of sense of relationship that I'm seeing for you, you try to build into something but were not met with success. You've been through this before. Perhaps some of you surrendered to this idea you'd never find someone like you, and that's why justice around your intimate energies was under the moon. No. There's a lid for every pot, you know? Perhaps some of you really surrendered that I will never find someone like me, someone who can sustain the fires, can handle it too. I burn hard, I burn fast. But I also believe in love and actively constructing a life in that. It's like I'll never have the best of both worlds. Oh, no. Au contraire. There are other people like you. I promise. All right? There you go. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius. What's up? Show me Aquarius, please. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands. And just get a feel for your present passions. Show me Aquarius, please. All right. The Hanged Man, Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, okay. I can kind of see where you put a pause in your current sexual energies, your intimate energies. Okay. Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, because we have some thoughts here that we want to sort out and some feelings we want to sort out about a friendship. There are feelings there, Two of Cups, but is it just friends? Do I actually feel that way towards them, or is something building here that's going to go beyond friendship? Okay, but right now, I like your no rush attitude, Hanged Man. I want to consider this. I want to think about it. I want to ponder it. I want to feel my way around it. However, that also does mean currently that whatever this is, at least your intimate energies towards it is on pause. Okay? But I do believe this is something you're going to work through sooner rather than later. I don't think it's a very long delay. No. But you're really giving this connection, this Three of Pentacles, friend, partner, an alliance, collaborative person, consideration. You care about them. I know that. Two of Cups. In some way, you show them love or feel love. Again, Two of Cups isn't necessarily a guarantee of that kind of love. It's understanding, particularly with a friend, that indeed, perhaps you are just a friend, and I know that about my feelings. Or is there something more? Okay? Either way, you don't want to take it for granted or assume that you know. Again, your sexual energy towards it's... Let's think about this. Maybe indeed they're just a friend. Maybe it could be more. But you are giving it thoughtful consideration. I had a feeling I was going to see that Three of Pentacles for you today. All right, what's going on? Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, the World, Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Oh, I see. Okay, Ace of Cups. Oh, I see. Page of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Gosh. Okay. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, there it is. That's why it's on pause. I think that was very fair of you. That makes a lot of sense now. That was the reason that was on pause. Yeah. You have sexual energy, all right. You do. And I don't know that it's even necessarily pointed at this person. It's just in the general sense. You look like you are wanting to open up and explore. You want to feel alive. You want to feel attractive. Okay. And sometimes you can feel that particular pulse pointed in their direction, but it's kind of like saying, I probably shouldn't, though. Maybe they're just a friend, or that's all they could ever really be to me, because you're saying, look, there's a world here, most likely between us. I got to know if I'm going to close that door completely or open it, and right now I see you leaning towards closing it. And I'll tell you why. Eight of Swords, the Magician. We have someone here who doesn't really know what they want. So in some way they're giving you mixed signals. Okay. So there's the consequences. These are the consequences of not knowing what you want. You get mixed results. So here we have the Magician who suggests we have all the tools we need for the job to manifest. Eight of Swords, this is our mental process that's internal, says, I don't know about that. I'm actually confused. I mean, I want something, but I don't know that it's necessarily this, and hence, I think your reaction. Because they're not saying I want something. I just don't know that it's necessarily you, or that I even want to have those kind of feelings for you. Then when somebody tells you that, then take them at their word. It's not a challenge. It's not an insult. It's just you really don't want to point your intimate energies at someone who doesn't quite know what they think or feel, because you'll continue to get the same results. And that stands to reason that you've connected enough with this person to get the impression, I don't think they know what they want. They're saying they want something. Kind of like the way that I know I want something. But it's not necessarily directed at me, or it doesn't feel like it's directed at me. Maybe we are just friends. Okay? But that world seems to be at your disposal. In other words, you can continue to open the door to this or close it. That's why you're in Hanged Man. You want to know for yourself, so you're trying to figure it out for yourself. In the Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, like I said, you wouldn't have this impression unless you had something already to work with this person's energy. It seems like someone's heart is still tied up to the past and the disappointment there, and how love was experienced in the past. And I don't quite think whomever this is we're contemplating is over disappointment of the past. That's kind of substantial heartbreak. So again, I'm saying that with people who kind of starting to put themselves out there, but perhaps they're not ready. It's the idea of, again, I want something, but I don't know what. And I'm not convinced it should be here. Then stop trying to challenge yourself. And I say that as a concern for this person. You really don't want to confuse yourself into any sort of relationship or confuse yourself out of one. Because of unresolved pain of the past, or we're still feeling the past history there, because someone is still very much deeply entrenched with disappointment of the past. The heartbreak still looks fresh on that person. It could be old, though. That's true. Somebody can experience heartbreak years ago, but if they haven't worked through it, they're not going to have let it go yet. So it looks fresh to me, but it could also be old. And you look like you're ready to be more open, available, adventurous, spontaneous even. Okay. I don't think that's where they are. And honestly, honey, you don't want to connect to someone who is showing signs that they still have healing to do and work to do. And you know, because you don't want to feel bad about what you're connecting to and why. It looks like they're still in a place of vulnerability. But yeah, they're a friend, though. I think you can see them that way as a friend, but that's something that you need to determine for yourself, and that's what you're doing in this space right now. Oh my goodness, excuse my tummy's making noises over here. Gosh, I tell you what, it's because it's almost my lunch hour, that's why. It's embarrassing how timely my stomach is. It sounds so dramatic, and people legitimately get concerned, and it's like, don't, please. It's honestly, it's embarrassing for me. Is it a normal, natural function? Yeah. Is it embarrassing because I don't even get 5 minutes, honestly, of telling my stomach to wait before it kicks off? Like, I get 5 minutes tops, honestly. It's ridiculous. All right, because I'm sorry, honey. But also, no, I'm not. I don't want you to see this as an opportunity you lost. No, the Aquarius I'm looking at, you're too smart for that. It's like, I don't even know if I should put myself enough into this to consider it a viable opportunity for my passion, my emotional efforts, or anything else. And I think you're absolutely right. This looks like it's very recent for you, and you don't have your conclusions just yet. But I think this person's fresh sort of past speaks for them, and I think you know that. Okay? Like, let me give you an example of what this looks like in real life. Let's say you put yourself out there, and to use the common terminology, I matched with somebody, and you're actually excited. Like, you're legitimately excited. And you had interactions with them, let's say online or text or email or something. And now it's time to meet. And as soon as we connect with them, what do? They start talking about their ex immediately. And this is what's going to happen. You probably shouldn't be trying to connect with people right now. You're not ready. So your sense of excitement is going to deflate. And your willingness to be vulnerable and connect is going to deflate. Because you see it. And that doesn't mean you don't feel sympathy for them or empathy, but you also understand that they're vulnerable, and that's going to take a lot out of the connection for you and what you're experiencing, because you're ready for fun times. All right? You're ready for fun times. Openness, adventurous, like I said. So yeah, it's at your disposal. That world is at your disposal, and I think they kind of know that. It's like, if you want to see each other again, I guess we could. Again, it's not the most thrilling prospect, and it's not the most reassuring prospect. And I think you want something that is a little more conducive to movement, flow, readiness, you know? So you're doing all the right things here. You're thinking about it. You're giving it some serious contemplation. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. You yourself personally kind of get what's going on. You've been through stuff like this before. But you're starting to realize in that space of that person being on their own and comfortable with it, it's okay to balance with them, but I don't think they're ready to build into anything, no. Okay? And you don't want to force to make something. I tell you, somebody's still too caught up on the past. They're Five of Cups. They haven't done their processing. It's still too fresh. And it's a very common misconception. If I see other people to help me get over X, Y, and Z, and it's no, that's not. It's a kind of way of, well, maybe I can force my heart to feel other things real quick, and that's just not how pain works. Five of Cups is still too real for somebody, and I just don't think that's you. Okay, that's not where you are right now. So yeah, again, I don't want you to think this is a loss or a failure. You weren't connected to this, it seems, intimately enough to consider it that way. That was the whole point of going upside down. Did you want to take this further? Because when somebody passively suggests, I guess we can keep seeing each other if you want to, what does that mean? What do you want? Well, I don't know. I just, you should know. You should know. The Aquarius I'm looking at, you know. You know where you are and you know where you're not. Okay? And I'm sure you wish this person well. You know, you don't want them to go through any more harm. No. But they clearly have other spaces in their intimate self they need to attend to first. Okay? And healing. They got healing to do. I think you know enough about this person to understand that you're drawing that conclusion for yourself. Number 24. Yeah, there's healing to do. Sexual energy that needs to be healed. Emotional energy that needs to be healed. They have a functionary sense of self. But they're still very much tied up to their past as well as their intimate energies. Okay? All right. And the reason I'm saying this, because you're still contemplating it, but not for much longer. Like I said, I think that was going to be a short pause. Older men, dealings or relationship with an older man. That could be you. That could be them. I don't quite know. But older men. Okay. Anything else in here, please? Okay. If fire, strong emotion, passionate, love, hate, but I just see that for you. You're ready for other things, okay? You're ready for your energy to express itself. You really don't want speed bumps or roadblocks. You just want to open up, okay? This person, bless them's trying, but I don't think they're in that space to actually try properly. No, I don't. Okay, but you're right. I think they're possibly friends. More of a friendly vibe. We have R-E-O. You know, we have here your symbol, owl. Great wisdom, insight, and just having, frankly, even if you don't identify with someone who's being intelligent, the idea is this big eyes, observant. You can see for yourself. That's what I'm saying. There's why the contemplation's here, due consideration, but mostly you're measuring yourself against this person, what you're ready for and what they clearly aren't. And that's why the world is between you. They're leaving it up to you like it's a job they don't quite want to handle, but they are familiar with. I mean, you can do it if you want. I mean, you know, if we want to continue to keep this door open, that would be fine. If you close it, I'd understand that too. Okay. Yeah, you get what they've experienced. But also it's kind of like, come on, you know you shouldn't be out there right now. Okay, it's still too real for you. It's still too raw. Let's go ahead and pull some of these. Oh, and then also, P.S., we have the medallion of Scorpio. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart, particularly given that intensity you're showing me. Naturally a passionate person. Could also, yes, be connecting to, and the season might be important. It keep the door open. You might say that, keep the door open as friends. That is there. They might say in a passive way, well, I don't know if I'm really up for this, but we could keep the door open, keep the options open. I don't know. You seem to have so much more direction. Okay? It's like they don't want to make it declarative. And that's because they're still operating from a space of pain where clearly rejection and separation was involved. So yeah, they're not going to be very direct about that world. I think it's like, well, we can keep the door open and maybe in time we'll see. And you're like, that's not where I'm at right now. I want to connect with something that's ready to connect. Not someone who isn't quite sure, never mind still dealing with a full-on heartbroken issue. Okay? And that's correct. And that's correct for you. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini. What's up? Show me Gemini, please. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? Just get a feel for your present-day passions and where we might find them. It's been such a pleasure to see so many people open up in some way. Two of Wands, the Hermit, Ace of Wands, and you're thinking about opening up, actually. It feels good. I like the way you contemplate it. It's like you're like, I know this feeling. The Hermit is wise. The Hermit is experienced. Okay? You've been down this particular path before, but rather the feeling is very familiar to you. And you're looking at it. Two of Wands. Like, yeah, I could go there. I could do that. Yeah, I could feel those feelings. But I like how you're incorporating it as truth with the Hermit. And in fact, in many ways, you find that healing is a comforting feeling. So now you can open up in a direction again. Conversations here, the inclination towards it, you've thought about it 1,000 times, just generating some sort of activity in your Ace of Wands. And it feels good. Like, I remember this, being open. Oh, man. Lending to the book of wisdom there with your passion, your intimate energies, and however it is you might find them or express them. But you are familiar with it. Oh, yes. You find it exciting. The idea of opening up again excites you, which is good. I like that because you take it to a wise place within you. You don't dismiss it. You don't turn it away. It's like, oh, that ain't nothing. You're like, no, let's take a look at this. I like that. I respect that. That suggests then you don't take your sexual energy for granted. It's, in other words, as a given or a normative. It's like, no. This is a good indicator in me. What's going on? What am I trying to feel here? What am I trying to express? What am I trying to experience? Because, hey, I'm excited. You started talking me into this. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, that's you, not me, not Tarot Lady. You're contemplating what already exists within you. And there it is. Okay. All right. I like it. I do. But something here is going to become more active soon. All right. But I like it. There's sort of a deliciousness in there in the anticipation. It's not crazy, though. It's nothing crazy. No. I like how you like the idea of it. It's like nothing's gotten my attention for a while, so hey ho, let's go. Not like that. No. That was just, it's an expression. It's an old expression. What's going on? Let's put down your base. What's going on? Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, not surprised to see that for you. Ace of Cups, oh, King of Cups, Seven of Swords, Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. A couple of folks have been showing me that. But the focus has really been, this is what I'm opening up towards, this is what I'm doing, as opposed to this is not what I'm doing or feeling anymore. You have some of that there for you, but you're not sweating it. That seems to be like a done deal for you. So let's talk about the done deal before we start making a new deal. Because it's here and I report. I read what's on the table, not what isn't. So you're showing me actual sexual coldness in a direction that you used to pursue. You're like, oh, not. Can we skip that? Yeah, I know. You're done. You're ready to be done with this. It's still clearing itself up, and then it's kind of like you are free to pursue other interests, energies, territories, whatever. You're free to move about the cabin. You're already contemplating that, as discussed. And again, you feel excited by it, warm. I like that you have a good, warm, open response to it. That suggests that you're leaning into readiness. Again, you didn't object what you feel, and I love that. I love when people don't reject it. They seriously look at it, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. That's a great energy. I don't want to take that for granted. This is good stuff. But you're coming from a space of that, shut that down. No, that's not for me, thanks, anymore. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, that's your particular truth, and you're sticking to it. You are no longer sexually available in a particular direction because your heart's not in it. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. It's not accusation. Don't take it as one. It's not just you. It's them too. Here's the thing. You're being very honest. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. You're being extremely honest. This is honesty. This is what it looks like. It doesn't mean it's comfortable. No. In fact, often these hard truths are exactly that. They're hard, and that makes sense, right? An intimate tarot, but not that kind. No, Ace of Swords and Knight of Swords, you have your truth, you're backing it up. So I see you conversing with something that you are making clear you're no longer emotionally or sexually invested in. And you're making that super clear, like there's no confusion. None. There is no room for error, your actions, your communications cannot be misinterpreted here. And you're making sure that the other side, the receiving person, cannot misconstrue what you're clearly saying and doing. And that is, you are disconnecting from any sort of emotional experience with this person and sexual experience. Expect nothing from me in that way anymore. And it's, again, it looks cold compared to the warmth that you're looking forward to. But that's because I think you're trying to make sure everything's clear, tidy, clean. Okay, that way, again, there's no room for confusion, because this is extremely clear. It's very honest. And somebody here has to be okay. And I don't know if this person's deliberately being emotionally confusing. I think you're doing the opposite of that, which is a good thing to do. They have misgivings here. So they're showing you King of Cups. Hey, I have a big heart. I'm open to you. I am. I'm telling you, I'm open to you. But their Seven of Swords suggests otherwise. That's a contradiction. So here I have someone who is directly contradicting their emotional intimacy towards you and their sexual intimacy towards you. Hey, I'm open. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm open. Pretty sure I'm open. I said I was. But what's shared here is Eight of Cups. You know better. You know better. So I said, between these two people, somebody's got to know better, and you know better. And that's why you're leaving no room for error about your side of things. I'm not. You say you are. I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing you. The history between us suggests I have no reason anymore to be emotionally attached to you or sexually attached to you. So you're making it clear. You want no room for error in any more misinterpretation than there already is, because someone here is, again, not being completely direct with their feeling. So Seven of Swords, everybody experiences it. You cannot be a human being, okay, and not experience the Seven of Swords. It's some sort of misgiving, and it pulls our thoughts back, and the genuine reflection of those thoughts, and it pulls our feelings back and the genuine reflection of those feelings. It's like, I'm not so sure. I'm going to self-doubt real quick. I'm going to self-edit real quick. And everybody's Seven of Swords is different, but they're lying about matters. I mean, lying, but, well, they're misinterpreting the heart space. They may not be aware that they're doing it, but I know this. They say they're open, but that's just not true, and you already know that. Again, Eight of Cups. We're walking away from this emotionally and sexually. I cannot begin to emphasize this enough, because it's happening now as we speak. You're very accepting of it, forward of it, and here's how it is. I think you're making it very clear. That way there can be no more confusion about how we really feel or think, or what's expected from us at this point forward. Okay? And then, like I said, you're free to do other things, and you feel so good. Someone had some similar cards. I don't remember who. Obviously, it was probably a fire sign. I don't know. Check your other placements. Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. And then you're like, there it is. Yeah, you want to invest in undue energy. So it's not just you contemplating your sexual energies, which are already quite warm and receptive. You don't take them for granted. I like that. So that tells me you already have this idea of putting yourself out there, opening up. And if you don't feel threatened by that, you're glad for it. Okay? I'm not saying that you didn't go through your doubts and your hesitations. But you know this, you want something that's a lot more honest. Okay? And what attracts you, what prompts a sense of investment from you. And then the Page of Cups. And here's the thing. You want to do this with confidence with the Six of Wands. So in some way, yeah, there is energy here, something that's being generated that goes beyond just the contemplation and shows up in the real world. And you're excited. You're confident. And but this clearly has to be completely detached from, and that's cleaning up as we speak. Okay? Your energy is already prepping up. It's excited, and then something happens, and you're showing me confidence around that. It feels good. It feels good. It looks good because it is good. Okay? You're happy to be seen with this. You are happy to open up with this, whatever it is. But it also is a display. Ace of Pentacles is something authentic and genuine. So you are interested in investment growth. So not just sexual growth or emotional growth, but real world. Okay? You have all those elements attached to you. So I know that you appreciate stability and you appreciate long-term energies, long-term focus. but you're not forsaking the present either. You really like what you'll be experiencing here shortly. Okay? All right. Gemini, honey, I'm so happy to see that for you. That is definitely what you call cold shoulder, but it's not done to be cruel. It's done to finalize things. Again, you're like, look, you don't seem to be able to be clear anymore, and I don't think you know your thoughts or your feelings as well as you're telling me. Let's be real, you and I emotionally detached a long time ago, or we became sexually disinclined towards each other a long time ago. It's like, either way, it's not for me. You say you're open, but I don't think so. And you don't want to play along. You just don't want to play along. I know, and two people are playing along because I think they have to, or they're supposed to, but they're not really in it. Their heart's not in it, their sex isn't in it, their spirit isn't in it. It doesn't just have to be one of those things. It's usually more than one of those things. But I know when two people are playing along. When I see it, and you're tired of it, you're tired of playing along. Again, the authentic experience, you're so excited, but I like that warm energy you have towards it. You don't see it as a threat. You see it as opportunity, and I love that when people show me positive thinking, man. I tell you, it carries so much weight, positive thinking. I choose to see the good in this. I choose to understand myself and learn from this because, you know what? One connection that's not working out is not going to set me back. It's not a failure. We're only failing if we refuse to learn. And you're like, that's not an issue for me. I don't not learn. I walk the path. I learn from my mistakes. And obviously this wasn't a mistake. It was an experience, etc. So you're doing good stuff. And if I were to break this down and see the in-depth, I would get the back catalog and I would get the this and that and the other. And this is why it took so long. And this is what I had to learn. But you've done that. You're kind of fast forwarding. Why are the people getting this? Everybody has so much moon stuff going on, the stars, and I'm all for that. There's a longing here for so much more under your moon. So much more. Again, going beyond this. Oh, the Seven of Swords, but you could never access it with this person. They don't know how to access it. Why would you? Everything begins with the self, so the more someone doesn't understand themselves, you're going to know them even less. You don't know how long they've been feeling this way because they don't know. Mixed feelings, mixed thoughts, mixed signals. You just know that you've been living with it long enough to understand you're no longer attracted to it. Excuse the background noise, it is pickup day. You had always hoped that they would want so much more. You yourself started to understand you want so much more. You know, and there is more out there. You can feel that, you can see it, but you don't want it to be in the unknown realms anymore. Yeah. What they want, perhaps you're thinking, I never really knew what they wanted. That's right. There's a good chance you didn't. But again, that doesn't have to be your problem. You don't have to play to their tune when you understand it's not your tune. You're someone, by the way, who probably has, just likening it to tune music, you probably have very specific music interests, and you know that about yourself. This person's like, I like what you like. And perhaps you believed that for years, but then you started to get indication that it's just not true. They're just saying it to get along, or they don't really know themselves and they don't really want to take the time out to understand. So apply that kind of thinking to like emotionality, sexuality, investment. I'd go along with it if you like it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in our sexual energies. It doesn't work anywhere. People think they know what they're working with. A lot of the times they don't. Okay? You're someone who likes to learn about yourself. But that requires living life to some extent in order to learn anything about yourself. I said, why is this person so locked up, so afraid to tell the truth? Because then they'd have to do some discovery work, right? They'd have to do some healing. Sexual healing is needed. It's going to take time. Okay? You already showed me the appreciation of the hermit, but I think when this person connected to you, they thought they could heal some of these things and they would discover who they were. And that's the problem with a lot of people who needed to discover themselves. They always think they're going to discover themselves in the next person. I feel like this person molded themselves well to you for as long as they could. And by that I mean they just assumed to be your shadow. Oh, I like what you like. I love how you love. I'm sexually attracted the way that you are. but eventually started to receive evidence to the contrary. They have work to do, healing, and that needs to be done on their time, not yours. Again, obviously, if being connected to someone else could fix all our problems, tarot wouldn't exist. We have to have some level of participation of doing work on our own because we have a willingness to understand about ourselves. Okay? But yeah, and that includes things like patience, compassion, yes. Healing, and that includes healing our intimate energies. I strongly suspect they don't actually know who they are deep down inside. But it wasn't for you to supply that information, honey. All we do when we connect to people like that is that we give them space to hide. Okay? Now, a lot of people also tell you they didn't know who they were until they met their partner. This is also true. That's because they were open positively to influence and they reflected it correctly, not hiding. Okay? Anyway, anything else here, please? I would like to concentrate. Yeah, it's coming soon. All right. I was already saying I need to see more, please, on this incoming. It's soon enough, literally right here. Someone will be opening up soon. It's either you or it's them. I can see that you're open. You'll be ready when the time is right, but that communication is lovely. It's on point. It says all the right thing, and it has all the right feelings, and it's honest. Okay, it's very swift. It's lovely. It's beautiful. For some of you, it's your particular truth. When your Ace of Swords shifts focus. Okay? All right. That's beautiful. So I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. It just confuses people. It just depends on our background and what work we've done. We can use relationships to hide who we are. We never really have to know who we are, discover things. The people who they really didn't know who they were until those connections, but they were positive and healthy. It requires us to learn more about ourselves, not less, and build up into it. All right, anyway. Again, how much work have you done? How much insight have you had? How much appreciation do you have for yourself and what you've done and where you've been, and did you learn from it? Anyway, I just want to let you know you're doing some good stuff in there, and I'm proud of you. You did the right thing. 10, discovery. Yeah. There's a lack of discovery here. What that person ever really wanted, you never were able to discover it, or you thought you had, but discovery 10. You always tried to be gentle or encourage or coax. Tell me what you want. How do you love? How do you express yourself? You always hoped that they would figure that out. And now you would like to discover someone who better knows who they are, who understands their own desires. Number 8. And desires. Someone who knows their desires now. So moving in the opposite direction. Between I'm not really open to blank canvases anymore. I'd like to connect with somebody who actually has filled in some of their canvas. Left room for discovery, yes. But has a lot better idea of what their desires are. 8. Okay. All right. Oh, it doesn't feel like it's almost 20 minutes. It really doesn't. You know, when it's a good read, it just kind of flows. But I'm happy to get in this one for you. And again, that communication is very, very soon. Cup. Okay. Open to love. Ace of Cups in this context. It has a different meaning in this deck, but here we have love. We were open to love here with Cup. And in that is also your sexual energy. Okay. Oh. And fire. So here we have water as well as fire. Yes, we want love as well as passion. Very good. No, we don't need that one. It's okay. Oh, okay. 2 letters, D, S, and then, all right, A, G, and then the crescent moon. You know, there might be some energy here by the next crescent moon or just the full moon, maybe, but opening up, some illumination here, which is lovely. Okay. All right, Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra. What's up? Show me Libra, please. We're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present passions. Okay. What's up? Seven of Cups. Knights of Wands. And Chariots. Oh, my goodness. Aren't you feeling some kind of way? Yeah, right now, Libra, I'm looking at you are very much interested in pursuing options. Yes. You're into it. Like, you're absolutely into it. You're just pursuing it. Also looks like you're being pursued, so it's a little bit of both ways. But you're open. You are absolutely open. Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands. That's either you or not. You really can't mistake that. I know open energies emotionally and sexually when I see it, and that one's it. And you're trying some feelings out. You're trying some sexual energy out. And the Chariot, it's go. Green means go. It's like I'm in active pursuit. And sometimes, be real, Christina, it pursues me too. So you're into it, though. It's on. It is on. You're on like Elton John, baby. It's on. You ever seen Elton John perform in concert? Well, if you have, you know where that saying comes from. I mean, it's on with that man. But yeah, no, this is, wow, look at you. Woo! Woo! Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Like I said, it's equal parts as far as I can see of you putting yourself out there and being active, trying out feelings, trying out, well, I don't know if we put our delicate ears on. I hope you didn't, but because I'm going to bring stuff up as I see it. But yeah, you're trying out your sexual energies too. It's active with the Chariot. It's not a theory, it's active. And then also you're interested in being pursued. So there you go. What's up? When people tune into Intimate Tarot, this is what they expect to see. And I find I often disappoint people with that. Because this is what everybody expects to see, sexy fun time. You're like, very rarely do I actually get to see full-on sexy fun time. And you're like, I'm all about that right now. Can I say that you are trying to emotionally connect? Yes. With the Chariot, though, there's a certain intensity that this is active now, this is live now, and that if it fits right or feels right, no pun intended, you'll take it further. But for now, it's like, I'm just open, babe. I'm just shooting from the hip over here. Try it out. What's up? Wow. All right. That looks fun. That looks very sexy. It's, whew. Yeah, it's on for you. But again, it either is it or isn't. It's Tarot Lady's not telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. That's how tarot reading actually works. The only thing I can really tell you, other than what you already know, is the stuff that's unexpected, perhaps future-oriented. And I can, filter out or work my way through the layers, perhaps nuances of things you may not have known. But other than that, I'm not telling you. You're telling me. Like, I tell you exactly what I'm doing right now. With my Ace of Wands. I bet your inbox is full, honey. Pun intended. Okay. All right, what's up? What's going on? Four of Swords. Oh, yes. Justice, you. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, okay. Five of Pentacles, the Star. That's your choice. But hold on. Let's keep going. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. It's interesting because here you are. It looks like you're having the time of your life, and I maintain for many of you that's true. But you're stopping for somebody, and you're talking to them or listening to them or taking what they have to say seriously. You're not obligated to do anything with that. What you do with this after that, I don't know. But while you're go, I don't want you to lose sight of it. If that's where you are, if that's what you're connected to emotionally and sexually, more power to Libra. Okay, but there is someone here whom you contemplate connecting with in a significant way, but you also say it would be very frustrating if you did. So I want you to think about that. Four Swords with Justice. So here I have you, at least when it comes to this particular, I don't even know what it is, situation, circumstance. It has less of a profile of a person so much as a situation. That with your sexual energy towards the situation that clearly involves someone else, your sexual energy goes very quiet. Out here, it's loud, it's smooth, it's declaratory. It's like, this is Libra, hear me roar. Rawr. And then over here in this situation, it gets real quiet. I keep my hands to myself. Four of Swords, Justice, that's you. And you kind of measure your sexual energy and your spiritual energy and your emotional energy against this. Some sort of balance here, or proposal for a balance from someone who would like to connect with you while you're out there having the time of your life. Which, again, no knocks for that. Hey, man, good for you. More power to you. But while you're out there having the time of your life and you're having fun, and I want you to feel any sort of way around that. Okay? If you want to go out there and see people and connect, more power to you. Thank you for being honest about it and being direct. But something here stops and asks for you to consider them very quickly, not sexually. You made that clear. Four of Swords, Justice. You and I, no. You keep your sexual energy literally to yourself when it comes to this situation. Is no physical contact. That seems to be a known boundary to whatever this is. No sexual contact with you or this situation. I don't care what the proposal is for balance. That line will not be crossed. I don't touch you. Four of Swords, Justice. Do you contemplate them possibly privately in your own sexual energies? Probably. But it doesn't cross lines. However, there is a proposal here to connect in reality. But again, not like that. No touchies. Okay? It would mean a lot to this person, however, to connect with you. They have a longing attached to you. They have a longing aimed towards you, and also with it a sense of brokenness. It's like it's been forever since you two connected. Because there seems to be a clear division in your physical realities. Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's Six of Pentacles is shared. That tells me you're familiar with this balance. You know what the situation is. It's not random to you. It's not, who is that? You know exactly who fucking is. Like, seriously, you know. That so irritates me in comments. Well, who is it? What do you mean, who is it? You either resonate or you don't. And if you do resonate, you know who it is. Boo-boo. So, no. You know. You already have hard boundaries with this person. You have known balances with this person. You don't go sexual contact with them. What you think of them privately is your business. Very much your business, and that's in private. If you have any sort of sexual feeling towards this person, you keep that to your damn self. You've made that clear. And you're also saying that's the situations imposed on this. That's just how it is. That's how it goes down with this person. And I know that. Okay? So you two have a known history. And it is still your choice to connect with them in a balanced way. Physically. Real world where anybody can see you and nobody would question it. Okay? Do they have a deeper longing for you? Uh-huh. Yes. So it's been a while since you two have had a balance or a check-in or something like that. Here's why I believe you two stopped balancing, or it's been a while since you've participated in this, is because you're saying the sexual energy between us has nowhere to fucking go. It's useless. It's useless. We have a wealth of history, this person and I, this situation. Because it looks situational, but it's not. That's why I'm frustrated. That's why you're frustrated. It's Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Nine of Wands. It was all longing. It was all desire stretched out over a long period of time with no satisfaction. What was I supposed to do with that? I was left to my own devices over here, Four Swords with Justice. Whatever this is, you've never had your thirst quenched with it. You know what I'm saying? In some way you could access it in reality, even if it was broken. It was inconsistent. This looks like it has a terrible growth pattern where it would bounce back and forth between a known history, Seven of Pentacles, some sense of back and forth, but ultimately it was broken. So it was long distance, maybe a lot of waiting, because there's frustration here in that sexual energy, Nine of Wands, Three of Wands. It was all longing, no action. It was all build up, no fireworks show. A lot of hype around the show, no fucking show. You see what I'm saying? So it was like that. So it's no wonder you're out here being like, I can connect and I can connect, because you can. Whatever this is does not hold you down. Not sexually, not emotionally, and not spiritually. You say in some way you recognize it as being important to you, and they say, I still long to attach to you. I still long to connect with you. I long for that balance. And you're like, that's all we ever did was balance. It never went off the scales. It never went off the books. That coloring never went outside the lines. I don't know what this is, but you're saying it's well defined, and it still kind of frustrates you to this day. Okay? I don't, yeah. I mean, I do understand how you can physically long for someone, and it never happens. That's not how it was built into, for one reason or another. But why does it still desire the same? That's what I don't know. It's like its desire has not shifted. It wants to connect in the last way it knew it could with you. I don't know. But that's your choice. How it shows up in your actual life and declares that, I don't know. You will soon enough. But do keep in mind, if you're able to pursue options outside of this, okay. It seems like that's what you're doing. And here I see your thirst for connection, emotional connection, sexual connection is satisfied. But with this, it remains very unsatisfied. It's like, I know what's going to happen. It'll go back to its default function or default position, which I don't want. It's all waiting. It's all feeling that never gets spent, used, or experienced. And I'll go back to my little Libra room and think about them privately, and that's as close as I'll get to them intimately, in terms of intimacy. See what I'm saying? So it's, you know. But it's dealer's choice. Perhaps you two have a ritual where you balance every so often. I don't know. Whatever that is so by the books, even if it's broken by the books. This doesn't work for either of us, but it does something for me. All right, let's just see what flew out of my hand real quick. It was waiting, 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords. That's the truth of it. That's the truth. It was all waiting all the time. It was all anticipation all the time. Like I said, it was all hype for the big event, but there was no big event. Yeah. People might be surprised at where sexual energy can take them and where it doesn't take them sometimes. I don't know what they get by connecting to you, honey, except that sense of deep longing over attachment issues with you in some way get satisfied for a while. But you don't look satisfied with it at all. Ace of Swords. Eight of Wands, I told you soon, they're warming up to it. I believe they're the one warming up to it. Page of Swords, and that's what's triggering this current potential. You don't have to. Again, you get to choose your level of participation, but it's being warmed up to right now. It starts out with a small idea. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You already seem to know how that road will go down. Okay? No one here is willing to color outside the lines. Make a move. Build into the intimacy in a way. I know. This represents a very sore spot for some of you. This is someone whom had the actual emotional development taken place and the sexual development taken place, you probably wouldn't be out there exercising other options to this day. But again, they didn't claim you that way. Or you weren't able to claim that, or the situation wouldn't deliver. It says, you and I are together. I don't need to seek anything further. You've known them a long time, but a broken book is still a broken book. Some people can work with them. Myself, I had enough experience with broken books to understand you don't really enjoy reading the story so much as you feel obligated to keep the thing together because it's breaking. But you stopped enjoying the story. Okay? 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So if this is where you are, that's where you are. How you choose to respond to this, if at all, is entirely up to you. Many of you don't know how you'll respond to this yet because it hasn't come through, but it will soon. Okay? And who knows, maybe it's because it's perceiving you out there. Oh, God, Libra's getting all that emotional and sexual satisfaction we didn't have. You never claimed it. They never claimed it, or you weren't. No, that's it. I don't think you owe them anything, no. But you do have a history. There's a fire in you. You have the spark, you have the passion, you have the fire. You had to experience it at some point. You wanted to feel it. I mean, actually feel it. Get your hands around it. Kiss it. Love on it. Take it to bed. I don't know, but you needed the fire, not the theory of fire. Here we have somebody who's rubbing together two sticks very unsuccessfully for a very long period of time. There's no way to keep warm. Here it is, listening. Many of you will choose to listen. You don't have to, but some of you will choose to. And if you love this person the way I believe you do, you'd listen, and I don't blame you. I'd do the same thing. But again, you owe this nothing. You owe it nothing. Honestly, I don't see a change in the conditions. You've been down that road. You already see it coming a mile off if you choose to do more than listen. So I thank you for the offer to balance, to check in. I guess it's that time. I guess it's that time. Oh, I lost track of the time out here doing things. I guess it's been, 3 months, 6 months since we've last spoken. Okay. Butterfly. Transformation. You might have some Scorpio in your chart. I think you've changed. The situation, perhaps not so much. Okay. But listen. And in that you will hear about change. Or about the lack of change. Listen because you want to see if the situation or person has changed. But, empathy. You have empathy. You're not an asshole. You care about them, right? You have empathy. 27. You're a very empathic or empathetic person, and I think that's why many of you will choose to listen, but that doesn't mean you have to choose the path with them again, because once more you know what to expect. Okay. This still seems like it's connecting in some way. It's still open-ended. It's not defined yet, and that's the whole purpose of dating. Okay, is to figure out those cups and to feel good about it. You want to feel good about what you're experiencing and what you're connecting to. We have the letters S, V, K. We have the medallion of Pisces. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. Could be connecting to this season. Might be important to you. Oh boy, everybody's running long right now. That's fine. It is what it is. I get lost to the reading. Anyway, we have the Captain's Wheel, which is a combination of the Wheel of Fortune and the World. As time moves forward, our past sometimes catches up to us, and karma is as karma is at that point. But in those spaces of time moving forward, and sometimes the past catching up to us, doors close and open, and we also have the option to renew the doors. You see, it's all related. So I see you trying to open or choose new doors, and you have the option to reopen this old door. Past catches up to you. And mind you, I think whatever this is here long enough to remind you about why you decided to open up beyond this. Okay? All right. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's going on for Taurus? Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present passions. I have to tell you, I've restarted your reading several times now, and I'm at the point where I need to stop and just accept the cards as they are. I really only redo readings now if they are so inconclusive they're unhelpful to everybody. Those are the worst types. Because it's just not fair. It's not fair to the collectives who want to learn, and they want to learn, and they want to do the work, and they're here to see more answers and solutions than, nothing's changed. So if I were to summarize your past several scrapped readings, you're in something, but honey, it's too much like Mick Jagger. I can't get no satisfaction. But you're also like, that's life. What else are you going to do? And then it just stops. The person you were connecting to wasn't much better. Seeing lots of energetic stagnation there, but just this very dissatisfying acceptance. No room for improvement, no offer to heal, no offer to investigate sexual energies and discuss it further. It was just shrugs. So that's frustrating. I don't need to see, as we know, or we should know, rainbows, butterflies, unicorns. I also don't need to see death and destruction. What I need to see is some level of progress. Okay? Because I want the audience to see some level of progress. Even if it's baby steps, I don't care. But also I'm at that point now where I need to respect my own time. Okay? So this round, they're going to stay as they lay. All right? What's up? But FYI, and if that's you, I am sorry, but no, we don't have to have a sigh of acceptance. These things can be discussed, and I encourage that. Okay, if that's where you are with your person, I strongly encourage open discussion, create dialogue, even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable. Because no change plus no change equals no change. And that applies to the sexual energy too. Oh yeah, you're damn right it does. All right, moving on. Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, the Sun. That's better. See, this is what happens when I push you. No, okay. No, I completely tuned into someone else. I know that. But honey, I did my best. I pushed it 5 times. Okay. I was done. I was done with that. Again, I don't need to see best case scenarios or worst case scenarios. I need to see progress in order to keep it. Okay? That kind of gives you an idea of how bad those were. Different. Hi. Hello, whoever this Taurus is. It's nice to tune into you. Your energy is very welcome. Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, the Sun. Now, that's beautiful. Oh, now that we can relax too. I don't know if it's Margaritaville, honey, but it's a beautiful glass of red wine right there, and I want you to have it all. And I want you to have it all. Wherever you are, just enjoy your moment. Sip on that. Your love energy is there. Your sexual energy is there, and it's gorgeous, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope that you are too. Because you are very much interested in opening up. You have an Ace of Cups as well, Three of Cups, the Sun. I want you to enjoy that. That's gorgeous. Currently, the Taurus I'm looking at, you're connecting, possibly reconnecting. And there is mutual interest here to open up to new passion as well as love, the Sun. I believe it's new. The Three of Cups, there might be a potential there for reconnection. I don't know. We need to put down the base. But the point is that you look happy, you look warm, you look satisfied in some way. Your sexual energy is being experienced mostly through warmth via what looks like shared connectivity. Okay. So yeah, you're opening up because you want to. Your sexual energy is opening up because you want to. You look wonderful. Your energy feels wonderful. Okay? So if new is your aim, then continue on with it. If you're looking to reconnect from a space of the heart as well as the passion, and it feels correct to you, then go on with it. Okay? It's wonderful, and I'm happy to see that for you. Okay? Now let's put down that base. We still got the sniffles. I tell you. All right, what's going on? Okay. Five of Pentacles, the Tower. I see that. Knight of Wands. Four Swords, King of Cups. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Two of Cups. Strength. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You've had a change of heart and a change of sexuality. Not that I'm saying it was that radical. What I'm saying is that there's this idea of this is broken, but I can fix it. And some way, somehow, you managed to blow that construct up with the Tower. Now, I understand you with the Five of Pentacles. It technically is one of your minor cards. Okay. It's energy that you're familiar with. Taurus would rather hold on to something that's broken, okay, than just let it go. Right? It's in that insistence that this is mine, and maybe I can fix it one day. Maybe it can be of use to me one day. So that means then you're very familiar with the Five of Pentacles, but you often carry the weight of it too much. Sometimes it's in our best interest to know when to let things go, not how much we can hold on to it. That being said, your sexual energy is no different. There's something here that represents a broken sexual energy or pattern or, a broken sort of sexual experience or intimate experience that you entertained, kept, or hung out with for a very, very long time until one day, poof, Tower said, no, I don't want to continue to feed the delusion that this will ever have any more meaning or significance to me, or that I should continue to build into it, because you know what? It's not very satisfying. It always makes me feel cold instead of warm. It always kind of leaves me feeling in want instead of desired. I don't want to continue to build into that. No change plus no change equals no change. That's what that tarot lady says, right? So from whatever that situation is that you blew up, you understood in some way there was no change, and to say otherwise to yourself was a delusion. It was a tower that needed to come down. You understood somewhere on your timeline. You didn't want to continue to hold on to it, never mind play into this idea that you could fix it or that it would improve. It was a good decision. And now you're showing me the benefits of that decision. All right? I don't know how long ago you did that. I just know it was actually some time ago. And you are catching me up, fast forwarding to where you are today. Or you will be soon enough. And that's much warmer temperatures of love and sexual satisfaction, emotional satisfaction, and frankly just feeling fucking happy. And isn't that nice? Now, I know at the time you probably told yourself, hold on to that, and it's very you, but that doesn't mean it's for you. Okay? If you have a superpower, and you have many, then you have kryptonites. Your ability to hold on to broken shit is unparalleled. So that's your kryptonite. That means you have to know when to let things go, even if it goes against your instinct to hold on. And how do you know? Is it causing you more harm than good? Is it taking away from who you are as a person? Time, energy, effort, resources. That includes your sexual energy too. Okay? Frankly, nothing should be that dissatisfying in telling ourselves we're cool with it. Okay? So the Tower, you did the right thing. I'm sure at the time you hated it, but you had something so much more in mind with the star there. But you did the right thing. But again, time has passed and your energy's back up. Nice of Wands. You're actually sharing that with someone over here as well, or you will be soon. Like I said, that looks pretty darn active to me. But the sun has just started to rise in your energetic context, so it could be like now. Or if you're in the northern hemisphere in the summertime. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. That energy. Look at you. You're like I'm back up and running again. And you are back up and running with Knights of Wands. You're open, you're live, honey. You got some movement attached to you. You're feeling frisky, you're feeling those things. But also love, yes, and then also warmth. It's great. That's gorgeous. And then, like I said, over here, sharing that energy with someone over, well, Four Swords and the King of Cups. We got a big heart space here, which is lovely. I'm all about that. So I know that their intimate energy is very much tied to their emotional self. Okay, so let's be clear about that. With the Four Swords, though, they have no problem being quiet. They can take their sexual energy inwards. So that means that this person is comfortable with self-fulfillment, i.e. masturbation. This is someone who is comfortable with their emotional sexuality. In other words, if they're going to fantasize about somebody, they're going to do it from a space of feeling, as opposed to, say, visual stimulation. So how they feel about someone then is very, very important. Okay, so that's tied to their sexual identity, is their heart space, which you think that's a given, but it really isn't. That's not true for everybody. No, that can surprise people quite a bit. But this person is definitely all about the emotional experience as it ties to their sexual energy. So they have no problem at all being internal, quiet, introverted. But I do know that they have big emotional, therefore sexual energies attached to them. You seem to be attracted to that with the Knight of Wands, and you'd like to pursue it. Because it's like if this person gives sexually, you have an idea that they give from the heart sexually. So from that point of view, that person's cup runneth over. Uh, and you seem to be enjoying that quite a bit. You find it emotionally attractive as well as sexually attractive, and that's good. The energy is being returned to you because technically this is what's shared, is the Knight of Wands. So I know in some way they are extending some of that internal energy outwards. This person might have gone through a healing phase, a celibate phase, but all I can tell you is that they have no problem being internal, quiet, and keeping their emotional and sexual energy to themselves. But they do seem to be opening up towards you, exploring you as well, and they seem to be interested in what it is that you're putting forward. And you have a lot of energy to put forward. You have a lot to work with now that it's freed. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, Strength. You know, whatever this is, this love was going to catch up to you in time. Again, showing me the heights of Sun here in Leo season. It's got to be now. The Wheel of Fortune, time has caught up to you. Some sort of relationship energy that is here is Two of Cups. Is catching up to you beautifully, I might add. It seems to be pretty equal in how you two are experiencing it. Aiming for the same energies at the same time. But what I like, though, is that it catches up to you and it's quite strong. Very strong. It's not really piddling about with the pages here. We're kind of just jumping into it because it feels correct. Sooner to you rather than later. And I like that. I like it when you show me confidence in your emotions. That makes me feel good about the reading. Okay. But yeah. This makes us feel emotionally alive. This makes us feel sexually alive. It's like, yes, yes. Right now you're showing me strength to pull towards you, not push away. And this, beautiful, the Wheel of Fortune, this good karma has caught up to you. This is yours. You seem to understand that in some way. And so, yeah, metaphorically, you're pulling this towards you. It's like, I'm loving this. And you are. I love it. You're showing me, God, the sexual strength coming from you. And from this connection is fantastic. You just look so comfortable with it. You look very comfortable with it. I think this person must be making you feel emotionally and or sexually secure because you're taking that energy and you're running with it. You really are. Okay. Any advice, please? Where are we on time? Okay. Well, I don't think you need too much advice, so I'm not going to linger here too long. You're doing a great job. You did what you had to do back there. I don't know how long that took. I have no idea. Without an in-depth read, I couldn't say. But it seems to me you would know. You would know when you pulled the Tower over that Five of Pentacles. It might have felt destructive at the time. It might have, like I said, run contrary to your instinct, but it was the right thing to do. Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, sadness, loss of the past. Otherwise, you would have had pleasure. The Star, Ace of Wands. You know, it's kind of like saying what happened in the past is what happened in the past. I don't want to continue to feed that. I'm disappointed by the results of the past as well. I clung on to it as long as I could. I had to let that go. It stopped being my star or my Ace of Wands. It's something I stopped looking to in terms of vision, passionate otherwise. It stopped being a vision, and I had to come to terms with that. It did not represent emotional fulfillment. And you're like, in many ways, it represents regret. Yes, but also letting it go. So I can't, excuse me. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, I had let it go that way. I did not create any more debt for myself. I'm not sure what I just tried to say, but I just had a lock on that real quick. Okay. The Star and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is what we want to open up towards. And my goodness, you are succeeding, my friend. Well done. All right. Many of you will recognize the Tea Leaf Oracle. I would love to use it. But the whole set is, I don't know, about 500 cards thick. So, you know, kind of had to pick and choose here. Hand. Oh. Yeah, I see the love. I see that love hand. Hand. Somebody's attractive hands or has competent hands, strong hands. Hands, love. I love your hands. No, I love your hands. Love. But no, there's love here. Somebody might have long hands, long skinny finger hands. Someone's attracted to the hand, or it's like, no, I love your hands. Huh. Somebody might have a thing about their hands. It's like, no, I love your hands. That was so specific. It's like, no, I want to, or I want to hold your hand. I don't know. Take my hand. Just hold hands, but no, it's not, no, I love your hands. There's love there. I see that. August. Like I said, the height of the sun. Well, again, if you're in the northern hemisphere, I understand that, but August, yeah, which is still technically in Leo season. I told you, the height of the sun. August and sun, love. Take my hand and love. That's who this person is. They only extend themselves forward for reasons of love. Otherwise, I think they keep their energy to themselves. They're kind of like, I'm an emotional sexual being, so if that's not activated, I don't play. Otherwise, they're very quiet. They tend to be very quiet. They're not loud with their sexual energy. But they seem to know who they are emotionally, and you like that about them. Yeah, the attraction. Yeah, 25. There's that water again. Bathtub. Anyway, 25 attraction. Yeah, no shit. It's attraction. I see that. And there we have the water component again, emotional attraction. Gosh. Well, I can't knock that. I can't. Well, I enjoy my bathtub too, so. No, but it's the feeler is there. The water is there for that person. The seashell in reverse, at some point, I understand perhaps you weren't listening to yourself, and that was once upon a time. Some of you might have some very obscure Cancer placements in your chart. I haven't done theirs yet, but perhaps check it out. We have letters H, G, C, and P. We have the little bicycle. Some of you, you might ride a bike, profession or hobby, or it's just symbolic to you for some reason. Okay, Taurus, honey, this was a great read. I loved it. We even got some very strong time indicators here today. I love how what you really need in this life is catching up to you because you made room for it. You allowed for it. You know what it is you had to give up in order to make space for this, and what it is that you deserve and what it is you're worthy of. But overall, just wonderful. Congratulations. I love this. I wish they could all be like this. But then the hand thing was very specific. I love your hands, or take my hand. It's such a small gesture, but nonetheless, it's an intimate one. You know, when somebody likes the other person's hands, even if somebody gets weird about it, it's no. I love your hand. Oh, palm. Okay. Reading? So I do reading? I don't know. That's for some of you. Palm readings, maybe. There's some people who are really good at that. But anyway, that occurred to me in the last second. Oh, palm hand. Okay, anyway. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, honey, let me tell you. I've been battling my hair all morning. Apparently, my hair's decided it can be simultaneously flat and frizzy. And I'm like, nay, pick one. My arm went, no. It will be both flat and frizzy today. What's up, Virgo, honey? What's going on? Welcome to your Thursday check-in. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present-day passions. Given what I saw in your short, I'm hoping to see something magnificent for you today. I would love that. I would absolutely love that for Virgo. What's going on? But tarot is not Whataburger. I can put in the order, and what they give me is what they give me. But like I always, take it as nicely, but just not. What's going on for Virgo? Six of Pentacles, the Star, Strength. Okay. Interesting. You perceive your sexual energy as being both practical in nature, which is good. Okay. Is it fair? Okay. Is it fair? Is it well constructed? Is it consistent? All right. Can I build upon it? All right. And then the Star says also, yeah, P.S., it's important to me. I would like a consistent sexual balance, yes. Okay, one that makes sense, one that works both ways, one that is satisfied both ways, given to consistently, and also is buildable. That would be nice. But the star, yeah, highest point of desire. It's like, I have dreams. I have hopes. I have strong desires too. But I would like them to see them practically experienced, you know? It's like I'm willing to learn as I go. I'm willing to incorporate, well, the sexual experiences and preferences of others. But yeah, I'd like to have my own built into as well. Acknowledged, given back to me. And I do the same. Okay? And strength, because you're saying your sexual energy is important to you. You find a lot of strength in your sexual energies, which is good. And you know how to keep it to yourself. You know how to keep it inward. It gives you a lot of resolve and discipline. Yes? I feel like you're longing. I do. I feel like you're longing for both the realistic construct of the thing. Six of Pentacles, again, back and forth. It's fair. It's a fair exchange where you'd like to give and take and equal, but also you would like something of higher meaning and significance in your sexual experiences. Something that makes you happy to be you, proud to be you, makes you feel strong. Something that you can really desire and savor, but you leave room there for flexibility, which I appreciate, because you're like, I know it's not just about me. I would like to see someone else's desires reflected in my balances, yes, and I'd build into that. If it was good, yeah, if it was healthy, yeah, I would absolutely do it. But I like that. I like how you're showing me strength in your Ace of Wands. It's like, I believe in sexual energy. I believe in its good. I believe in its purpose. You know? It's not just knights and pages. When sexual energy should make them feel strong. I agree. If your sexual energy makes you feel weak, we need to take a look at that. But if it makes you feel strong, you're doing something right. Okay. Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands. There you go. You're backing it up, baby. Two of Cups. Oh, the Lovers, Two of Swords. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, there's that star again. Do we have matching dreams? Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Bingo, bango. I guess we're going to find out. Good job, Virgo, honey. I don't know who I've been tuning into lately. I've had a short for you that was like, what? That's awesome. And I know I had a check-in for you that was also like, what? That's awesome. It's nice. So I don't know if you're new in the Virgo collective or you've made some awesome changes in your life. The energy's been a little different for the Virgo collective. I'm loving it. I'm here for it. I'm here for you in the hard times. No pun intended. And I'm here for you in the good times. Or I was trying to say soft times because nobody wants to hear that. But you sorry. When you do intimate tarot, sorry, these expressions, these phrases, these puns, you can intend a lot of them. And there's just some you don't mean to intend. It's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen. Okay. Anyway, life's short. When you have the opportunity to laugh, take it. But yeah, no, I was like, so, okay, we're building that dream because it's like it's so close to you, can taste it, and I can see why. Yeah, Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You dare me? I don't have to dare you, honey. You're on the precipice. You are on the precipice of literally acting towards the Ace of Wands. Something has got your attention. Someone has got your attention. You find the energy terribly attractive. And you're like, I think I should... I'm going to move towards that. And Knight of Swords tends to move pretty quickly. It's almost like, oh... Huh. You ever had the energy where you show up faster than your thoughts did? And you're like, I thought I would come over here. And you have no words prepared. That's what the energy is. Like, you have no words prepared. But you're like, I had to get over there. I had to talk to them. Christina, yeah, you did. And that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you did. It might have felt, knowing you, that might have felt impulsive. It was a good impulse. Okay? It might have felt impulsive. For Virgo, that's not really, everybody's got superpowers. Impulsivity, not your thing. So it might have been a spontaneous moment. But like, I don't know what I was doing, man. I just had to be there. Yeah, you did. And for darn good reason. Over here, it's so beautiful. It's so you. It's so practical. It's so Virgo. It's Six of Pentacles. Yes, I appreciate a good balanced sexual energy. Okay? But I would like to incorporate higher meaning, higher context, higher wish fulfillment, higher desire, because I believe in my sexual strength. I believe in my sexual energy. I believe it serves a purpose. It's strong in me, man. It's potent, and it is. But yeah, Two of Cups is, yeah, potentially being shared between you two. Something's happening. So I'm glad you had that moment where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I showed up. Do you remember what it's like when you were in school and your hand shot up and you didn't even really have an answer? You're like, that was you. It's like you wanted to get this person's attention. I can't miss that one. I have to say something. Notice me, say something. And I don't blame you. The Lovers, Two of Swords. Here's the thing. They're showing me some hesitation around you. It's a strong connection that tells me they sense it in some way. But there is hesitation. Two of Swords, like, I don't know about you, Virgo. I don't know about you. But their energy does. It's already strongly connected to you. And there's a reason why you're like, I gotta go over there. Somehow your two spirits or emotional selves and your sexual selves are meeting each other faster than the actual dialogue that surrounds it. So this is definitely one of those stronger connections where it's going to be connected more easily in terms of feeling than it does perhaps make sense on immediate presentation. Okay? But yeah, they're like, I don't know about you, but they do. From the soul, in some way they do. Not just the loins here. And there's plenty of loins. There's loins everywhere. You're showing me loins, they're showing me loins. Everybody's got loins. Look, the feeling aside, what I'm fascinated by is the intensity of the connection and how it's connecting faster than the actual dialogue. Interesting. So it's a little bit of Two of Swords. I'm not too worried about it because it seems to clear itself up sooner rather than later. Once we get our words in order on both sides. Once we get our thoughts in order on both sides. Anyway, the star, there it is. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. It's a lesser representation of the star. The star has higher meaning and significance, particularly what it is we want to see and experience in our life at a long-term value, something that we can always aim for, reach for, drive for, desire for. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, yes, but we need it to come ideally from a good place within ourselves. And as far as I can tell, it's being met on both sides. So that dream you had, that desire you had, but with a strong, realistic pull from within you, being able to share something more meaningful and greater with someone else. And to take in both sides of that equation, you're actually going to be connecting to that very desire, which is amazing. That means in some way you two match. They have similar ideas, thoughts, or feelings. Yes, I believe sexual energy is important, and I feel it strongly. However, it needs to have meaning and significance, and it needs to be fair. So you two are a match in that way. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the reality here of a strong start, yes. Of a shared vision, shared mutual interest, shared emotional interest, shared sexual interest. I mean, it's beautiful. It's matching up. I love the way it's lining up. As with the Lovers, it's a bit complicated. I don't want it to be, but again, it has to. In order to be successful, it has to line up mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, and that's what you two are showing me. The only hesitation I see is around the clarity of the situation, and I just I think that can be cleared up rather easily with some communication and or dialogue. I swear to goodness, I think you showed up before you had your words in place. Goodness me. I wonder what that looked like. I don't even know why I'm here. I thought I should show up. I don't know. But I don't care. Honey, even if it feels awkward at first, it was worth it. It's worth it. Oh, not yet. I'm sorry. This is beautiful. I really don't have too much advice for you other than the fact that, you know, just be you. I know it's going to feel weird, nervous. Maybe even spontaneous, but you'll be glad that you did. It's not every day when you get to meet someone like you, right? Emotionally, spiritually, sexually. And you two have so much to discover in each other about how alike you are. Oh, I'm almost jealous. That's gorgeous. When you get the pleasure of discovery. Oh my God, you're so much like me. It's ridiculous. And that is so very pleasing in many ways. Psychologically, it's pleasing. Emotionally, it's pleasing. When you realize, oh my God, we're not just alike in terms of, like, say, food taste or music taste. That stuff's superficial and ultimately doesn't mean shit. No, but I mean like in the deeper ways of existence. Our humanness and how we operate, how we see things, how we perceive, how we process. That's the stuff I'm talking about. And you two have a very similar point of view and desire around sexuality and love. Meaning and context, and there it is again, Temperance and Nine of Cups. I really don't have too much advice for you. Trust in yourself, know who you are, you know what you want. This is something that you've already worked through with your Nine of Cups. You know what wish fulfillment is in a healthy way for you, okay? That tells me that's why you had to act on this. In some way you knew this was right for you, okay? So it might have started out awkward and rushed, but I promise you, it came from a deeper place of meaning and knowing who you are. Just knowing who you are. It pays, guys. I'm telling you, it pays so much to know who you are. It will lead you to the right thing. People, places, situations, circumstances. Know who you are. And that way when you connect to someone who knows who they are, oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And that's what leads people into the position, both sides choosing. That's triumph. You do. You have triumph. You're picked. I know you're picked. I know you're picked. It's bliss. I see you headed in the direction of bliss. That's an easy call. Number 30. But this 9, triumph. Yeah, triumph. You were picked. I know you were. That's what it... Perhaps you were in a crowd. Perhaps you two were in a crowd. And don't get me wrong, it can be reversed. It's just I'm seeing that action tied to you in terms of this is that moment. I'm going to do it. The thoughts will catch up to me later. I just got to act now. So it's a triumph. So it might be it was in a crowd situation... or someone is clearly picking you out of, like, that sensation of all the people in the world. Triumph, though. You were chosen. Yeah, you got the goods, honey. She's picking her goods right there. She's got the goods. So 9. No, triumph. There's absolute triumph. You know, of all the people in in our lives that we see in the to and fro and the busyness and in our peripheral, there's that one person who stands out in the crowd. And you have that moment where your eyes meet and you're like, oh, who are you? Who are they? Well, this is happening, okay? So that's wonderful. That is wonderful. The fire, yeah, passion's on. Passion is activated, yes. The lily, oh, rare. It's spiritual love. No, I see that. I told you it was... Your two spiritual and emotional energies are connecting faster than the actual dialogue that surrounds it. I mean, it's a spiritual love, lily. It's rare. It's beautiful. It's very attractive, but it's rare. It's spiritual love. But the fire's on point as well. Can't disagree with that. Butterfly, Scorpio. So I have some Scorpio energy chart. Could be connecting to, but it's you saying yes to this, opening up to it, and they to you is a sign of change. Okay, for transformation and growth, and this is it. It's a change for the better. All right, beautiful. Yours and Taurus has just made my day. E. No, wait, what is that? No, B. Sorry. B, O, E if you want. Who cares? I called it. It is B. We have, again, we have the Medallion of Scorpio. We also have Aries here. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. And then we have the yin and yang. Yeah, this person's just like you. You balance each other out. I see that. It's beautiful. You two are a lot alike, and you get to discover that. Okay, yeah, passionate. The medallion flipped over. Keyword here being passionate. Once more over. I mean, could be Scorpio. But some of you, you know, don't discount yourself. If you have strong Scorpio in your chart, use it, honey. Use it. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? And just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me Capricorn. Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Hermit. I am so tired of saying this would-be friendship for your collective, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I keep having this nasty little friendship or something pop up for you. You know, and by that I mean it's like, this is not what I want. Or it seems to be in another vein where it's just like you got this random player who's obsessed with you, sexually attracted to you, drooling all over you, but it's nothing real or substantial. You still end up having to dismiss it. So it's like I've been getting those for Capricorn. It's like either this, you know, this wild, crazy, hyper-sexed energy that keeps just coming at you, or you got some friend on standby who wants to be more than friends, and you don't know. And I don't know, guys. I'm frustrated. And I don't know. I would just say, is it there? The Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. You're already putting in way too much thought. You might have sometimes some inclinations towards the Three of Pentacles, a partner, an alliance, a friend. But if it confuses you that much and it's still unclear to you about what you want from this or what they want from this, then you already have an answer. I don't think it's anything that you need to overthink. You really don't. It's either something that you can give yourself to sexually, emotionally, or spiritually, and you can build into that, or you can't. It's either returned to you or it's not. So let's put down your base, but I'll tell you, I hate it sometimes when I see that Three of Pentacles in the context of, sometimes it feels like there's something there, but I don't know. Then you have your answer. I don't know is still an answer. Okay? It's also like I tell people, no response is a response. So if you're not giving them a response about anything intimate, there you go. There's really nothing for you to think about. If they're not giving you a response, there you go. There's nothing to think about. It's not meant to be, you know? Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, the Fool, King of Cups, and the Magician. Good for you. Oh, I'm happy to see that right there towards the end, because you figured something out. You dialed it in, and you're telling me what your priorities are. You're like, look, I'm interested in the long term, the greater scheme of things, which is the Ten of Cups. I want a happily ever after. I believe in that, and I also believe, and this is a hard truth for many of you, rightfully so, Ace of Swords, that my sexual energy should have meaning beyond myself. It's important. I just don't do random connections and stuff I'm not terribly secure about. It's got to serve a greater meaning or a greater purpose, or I'm not into it. And that's one of your hard truths. It's non-negotiable. Ace of Swords. The reason it's called a hard truth is because that's how we earned that knowledge, usually through experience. And this is what we figured out as the result. And your particular result, already having a particular history behind you in regards to intimate relationships, is that you want something larger, to be part of something larger. So your sexual energy then can't just serve you. You're saying, I got to put it into something greater than myself. It has to be something I know can lead me into a place of emotional security and happiness. Otherwise, what's the point? Now, some of you are very family-oriented, and that's why. Some of you might have kids, and it's non-negotiable. I understand. And the point is that that's what you're showing me that's important to you. You expect your intimate connections to take you places. Like, you can't miss that. It needs to have somewhere to go. It needs to have meaning. It needs love and support and intimacy. Okay? And it's like, if it can't move forward, then it's a no-go. Right over here. I don't know who you're interested in or contemplated in, but the energy is too small, and it's cold, it's disconnected. The dialogue here is inconsistent. It's not very open towards you. With the Page of Swords and Knight of Swords, it doesn't seem to be interested in going into any intimate places at all. I mean, it's very little insight with very little communication and or action surrounding that person's energy that's intimate or otherwise. So I don't know why you consider them. I really don't. Perhaps they give you mixed signals. Sometimes you think they're interested. Sometimes they're not. I don't know. You have the indication that they want to go places because you both share the Chariot. But it's like they're not taking action, communication, or dialogue towards you intimately. So you want to go places, they want to go places, but it doesn't look like you two want to go to the same place at the same time. No. The Fool, King of Cups, the Magician. Good. Good. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see a little bit more pep in your step. Okay? It's a little more pep in your emotional step and your sexual step. Good. I see you opening up in a brand new direction, and you're like, you know what? No. I want to be open to that which is open to me in all the right ways. I feel like we are overly contemplating a connection, and I don't know why, except perhaps you still have a thread of feeling for them, and you sometimes suspect they might still have a thread of feeling for you. But here's the thing. You're not going to be able to create a whole cloth, a whole blanket, a whole tapestry with just one thread. It's not going to happen. So I don't know why you give them so much consideration, but I hate that it feels like you're being held up by something. It's just not enough evidence there to work with it. You know what you want. And like I said, you two shared the Chariot in that respect of forward momentum. I'm sure they believe in forward momentum for themselves, but it doesn't seem to be attached to you. Okay. So, honey, when somebody starts calling you a friend, believe them. Even if you suspect there's a little something there, that little something, the whole point of having an active friendship of any type is to build into it in some way. I just don't think there's enough to work with here to even call this a friendship. That's why I'm frustrated for you, because I don't know what you see in this, except maybe you get hints. Honey, I can't live off hints. No. I do a yes, I do a no, but I don't do confusion and non-response or mixed results. I suggest the same for you, because you have so many beautiful aspirations in you and feelings, and I want you to believe in what you believe in. You've come to that conclusion for a reason. I know that Ace of Swords fits you. I know it does. I don't want you to compromise that. That's your truth. Don't ever compromise your truth. I don't know how this person would qualify for that truth. Neither do you. Okay? The Fool, King of Cups, the Magician. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to manifest that direction, to be open to love and new love and sexual energies that are correct, healthy, and directly correlate to your goal. I'm happy to see that for you right there towards the end, because I'm not getting love from this. I'm not getting sexual energy from this. Okay? Neither are you. So let's not question that any deeper than you already have. I would like to see the things for you. And I believe, given the tail end of your reading there, hopefully we will. Hopefully we will. I want you to shift your focus, shift that manifestation, shift your heart, shift your sexual desires. It's like, I will say yes to that which says yes to me. I will move forward to that which moves forward to me. Okay? It should be a shared experience, right? Not confusing, not mixed results, not mislabeling issues. No, no, no. Something that's clear and makes sense. I want something to want me. I want someone to have that feeling, that desire to rip my clothes off as much as I want to rip theirs off. You see what I'm saying? I want it returned to me. Yes, as one should. Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, the energy there is blocked. What? See, it's blocked. Okay? I know you pick up a thread of it, but like I said, a thread is not going to make one whole tapestry. Okay, it's not going to make a quilt. That thread right there, that Ace of Wands at the beginning, it's blocked. You occasionally feel it, or you occasionally get the interpretation from them that they feel it. But honestly, I don't see why that's enough to make you stop and tinker with it. Capricorn, honey, don't tinker with it. Your time is precious. It's valuable. Okay? I'm saying if we're having to stop and think about a friend that much. Oh, no. I don't know. It looks distracting, honey. It looks distracting. It's not what you're looking for. I don't know. We all need something to work on. I'll tell you that. We all need something to work on. But that's... You don't want to work on something like this, okay? The stars, 9 of Wands, 6 of Cups. You desire what you desire. You do. But in some way, no matter how deeply you might feel this connection is or how long you've been acquainted with it, I don't know. Ultimately, there's too much resistance in it. Too much blockage. And in some way you block yourself from your own dreams and goals and desires the more you try to stop and tinker with this. Okay? So I just want I can't tell you what to do. I'm not telling you to end this or world it. I don't know that you have much here to work with. But you have your own energy to work with, and you should know by now how strong that is. Okay? It's cold. Their energy's cold towards you. Okay? Who they are with other people, I have no idea. How they are towards you. There you go. Apple. See? The snake in the apple. You could say it's temptation. Whatever this is distracts you, I think. It distracts you. And it might tempt you, like I said, that thread that runs from you to them and they to you. It's a nice thread. I'm sure it's a beautiful piece of thread, but honestly, it just, there's a wall there. There it is, again and again and again, the wall. Every now and again you get tempted to test that wall, see if you can knock it down, but no. It's just too much blockage. Too much blockage there. It's not receptive. Flute. You're disappointed in a friend or a lover, but you're disappointed in this, and the flowers are wilting. I think we got it, right? We got it? The flowers are wilting. The energy for this isn't there. Let's accept that. Let's let this pass, please. And it looks like you don't have to do much because that wall's in place. I've seen it several times. You don't have to do anything. Just stop. Just stop giving it energy. Like I said, shift it in a more powerful direction. This is what I'd like to focus on. But clearly, it seems this is another reading for another day. But this is what I'd like to see you embark upon as your next adventure in love, in sex, in spirit, because all those elements are here. You have the tools for the job. That's what the magician's for. Okay? All right. I have to tell you, you're not the first person to show me these kind of confusing, muddy relationships. I know that was a focal point in it. Of Scorpio's last in-depth read. I think it came up for Taurus, not this round, but in another somebody. It's like, no more friendships. Thank you. I have plenty of friends. The role of friendship has been fulfilled. Okay? I want something more. Sorry, it is what it is. But it's the idea is that thing about friendship, it seems like a soft offer or a blue ribbon thing. It's not. It's a way of compromising the self. I want more, you don't. Well, we'll call each other friends. No, you're just compromising yourself. No more. No more of these compromise. It's a distraction. There's too much walls. It's perpetuated. Every now and again, you get tempted to lean on that wall or knock on it and see what's going on over there. Ain't shit changed. And that wall ain't coming down. It would take two to deconstruct it anyway, not just the effort of one person's interest. So, okay, self-confidence. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to have a little talk with yourself. Is this worthy of me? Is this worthy of how is this worthy of me? That's it. That's all it comes down to. My emotional energy, my sexual energy, my spiritual energy. This is where confidence, honey. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Is this where you start or is this where you stop? Okay? All right. You cannot control other people's perceptions of you, but you have all to say about how you perceive yourself. When you have confidence, you know what to pursue and what not to pursue. All right. We have the Medallion of Aquarius. You might have some very strong Aquarius in your chart. Could be connecting to. We have the letters M, F, P, H. Capricorn, honey. You know, I'm not trying to be, up your butt. I'm really not. I know it's intimate tarot, but still I'm not trying to be up your butt. Ha, 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 ha. Have a laugh, guys. I just want what's best for people. I have no idea why this is here. I don't know why I'm seeing it. At one point, whatever this thread is to you, perhaps used to be very important to you. I don't know. Perhaps you used to be very attracted to it. But you've been on the pathway with this long enough to understand that it seems to be futile. Okay. You have a beautiful, natural, emotional, and sexual energy and expectations around it with a clear vision. Don't discard that for something that you occasionally have an inclination for. Okay? Because then it becomes a distraction. It's just a distraction. All right? I don't want you to be distracted anymore. Look what happens when you stop being distracted, by the way. I would love to see that reading. But your new journey, when is it set to begin? I stop tinkering around with that for a start. And then you'll be free. I do hope this helped you at the end of the day. That's all I really care about. But like I said, I'm not trying to get on your case. I also want to make it clear, I don't want for you what isn't worthy of you. But you get to determine that worthiness, not me. Okay? I just point shit out. And you either A, resonate with this, or B, you don't. And if you don't, I hope you had the insight to check out your other placements by now. Like always, I care about you and I think the world of you. I want you to do the same for you. Let's start shifting. It is possible. It is possible. I cannot begin to tell you. Your Earth cousin, Virgo. Oh! I was in the trenches with them for months. Months! It was making me sad, Gabby. It was bumming me out. And I'm just now starting to see their energy turn around, and I'm so excited. I tell you what, I had to get a Capricorn who knows themselves well, and they're attracting flies. Zzz. Or a Capricorn's like, well, they're a friend. They might be. But not like that. Okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. Show me Scorpio, please. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present passions. Okay. Judgment. Six of Cups. No. Two of Pentacles. I'm kind of getting sick of that journey. I'm not going to lie. Scorpio Collective, I've been seeing that journey for I don't know how long now. I respect the journey, guys. That's why I'm here. I respect the journey. But that doesn't mean I don't have a personal opinion on it. I've been seeing this for you guys for months. I kind of wish it would just be done with already. Are they coming back or not? Are you coming back or not? It's been showing up in intimacy. It's been showing up in the love readings and just overall, just general check-in of that collective. There's no emphasis on anybody. Still, somebody keeps showing up. I'm back. Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta keep it in check, man. But yeah, no, I have a personal opinion on this subject, and my personal opinion is I would like to move past this. And some of you are like, oh, I know, but the story hasn't played out. I see collectives in peaks and in valleys and in lows. You work through it when you work through it. But man, that connection that keeps trying to come back around, apparently it still hasn't, or it's still in the precipice of it, or it just keeps coming back. Like a dirty penny, just keep turning up. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a beautiful penny. I wouldn't know because it still hasn't made a full appearance yet. Anyway, back to your reading. Sorry. No, not sorry. It's my job. But like I said, I'm a real person. I have real reactions too. Judgment, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. To be or not to be. To come back around or to not come back around. That is the question. That's the sexual question. That's the emotional question. That's the spiritual question. It's all wrapped up in there. Yeah. And then if so, what would that even look like? Two of Pentacles. Well, somebody's got to figure out the logistics. Is it you? Is it them? We're still in each other's energetic peripheral, if you will, out here on the sides of intuition, feeling, and connectivity. I wish it would come into focus. So let's put down that base. Let's see if we can get this one a little more focused, or is it just going to continue to drift out there in the ether? Like what? I feel like I got two people over here playing spiritual chicken. You know? Well, I'll come back if you come back. Well, I'll come back if you come back. Well, I'll come back if you come back. Well, you do something. No, you do something. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. That's what that looks like to me. It's just another variation of it. You know what I'm talking about? When people actually used to talk on the phone? No, you hang up first. No, you. No, you. Okay. What's up? What's going on? Of course it's a soul bond. Did you ask me, is that a soul bond? Yeah, no, of course it's a soul bond. Six of Cups. All right. Six of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh, I'm feeling saucy. Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you're both a little bit saucy. Oh, my. Well, you can do. It's exactly what I thought. Seven of Cups is right there in the middle. I'll open up if you open up. Seven of Pentacles. But someone's clearly getting the task of doing it first. Guess who it's being pointed at? Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. King of Pentacles. Oh! Two-parter. Okay. Well, like I said, it takes two in this kind of thing. Oh, yeah. It's being pointed at you to kick things off. But I don't think it's you that needs to get real. No. So I'm not saying you have to, even though I'm going like this. It's literally on your side of the board. Okay? So I'm not saying anyone's at fault. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out the insurance claim. That's it. That's all I do, and that's why I piss people off. I'm here to figure out the insurance claim. Yeah. It's like that. It feels like that. Six of Wands, Eight of Wands. Look, Some of you are very good with your words. In fact, that's how many of you get your energy on. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, Scorpio, you have such a way with words. I've been told that a time or two, yes. You know exactly what your words are like. You appreciate the word, the spoken word, the written word, whatever. But that's how many of you express your sexual energy. You're actually quite good with it. It's a skill for you, okay? In fact, many of you are showing me confidence around said skill. You're a talker. Good one, too. Good writer, maybe. Okay. And right now I got you looking at your words. Like, I could have fun with this. Oh. You know you could. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands. It even feels good. You like it. You like what you got knocking around your head. I could say that. Oh, that would drive them crazy. So, like I said, that 6 of Wands, yeah, it leans a little bit into the cocky. But you're also saying, oh, I know what turns them on, though. And you're not wrong. So, 7 of Cups. I know exactly what to say. All I need is that imagination. Or, hey, what's up? Smooth. Fucking smooth as silk right there. And I get that. A lot of people would say, you might be one of them, that sexual energy, it begins in the mind. How you express yourself follows. I hear you. 7 of Cups. There's an opening up. It's an option. It's an option for you, and it's an option for them too. Queen of Wands. Oh, they love it. They love how you talk. They love how you express yourself. The Hanged Man. They ain't doing shit until they hear the words from you. Oh. Well, now, this one's got some different details. As much as I've bemoaned that... bemoaned. As much as I, despair of that opening, because I've been seeing it again and again. If it's not the Lovers and it's the 6 of Cups, or it's a combination of the two, which is just as frustrating. The Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man. It's like, yeah... their energy is lit for you, and it acts like it ain't. It's turned on by you, the Hanged Man, but I'm not showing you nothing until I hear my words. They want to hear it. They want to they want to have their sexuality appealed to. Okay, they want to have themselves flattered. They want your attraction to speak to their attraction. But they expect you to do it. So just FYI, that element is here. It's very, very specific. You either resonate with it or you don't. It could be on the reverse. Like always, these are general collective readings, etc. Because I know some people are like, can it be reversed? Yes, it can. Intros are very, very beneficial. Yes, you can reverse energies. The point is, it's an option for you both. You both want to make good on that option. I knew it. You two are playing some sort of chicken. I'll talk if you talk. Well, here's the thing. If you actually do it, that's what they want to hear. They want to have the sexuality appealed to. They want to be flattered. They want to be catered to. Okay, you seem to know that, and in a way it kind of thrills you. Not going to lie, it kind of thrills you. You love that they love your words. Anyway, yeah, they like them too, honey. It's like, bring them on over here. Just bring those words on over here. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. And like I said, there's a two-parter there. What starts out as words to get this thing rolling, to have the old emotions appealed to, to have the old sexual attraction appealed to. Talk to me, flatter me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Tell me good things about me. Tell me I look hot. Tell me I am hot. Okay, whatever it is. Their energy's on pause, apparently. So just be aware that they're showing me expectation. Okay? I don't like expectations. And it's unless they're there for a reason, they're earned or they're committed to, then people shouldn't have expectations. But the thing is, you get it. You're in tune with it. You're not stupid. You seem to know that's what they want. Okay? So let's just get that out of the way. 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. However, someone here has the larger task beyond the initial conversation. What's up? I've been thinking about you. Do you remember when Oh. After that, somebody actually has to get real. After that, I don't know who the claim falls to. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. Someone needs to express themselves and build into it more. We want to go beyond the word. We want to go beyond flirtation. We want to go beyond the page of that script that you two are familiar with. Somebody needs to get real, practically, King of Pentacles, and invest in their emotional expression. Be vulnerable and build into it. It's the only way to stabilize this is to show emotion beyond flirtation and sexual appeal and playing up to the ego. Don't get me wrong, this all looks this is what a lot of people expect to see. This whole thing. Okay, that's easy. You know it's easy. They know it's easy. That's what gets the ball rolling here. This is the part that actually is a sustaining element. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. Somebody needs to get real and invest in those emotions, okay? Otherwise, it will not sustain. I need emotionality, I need vulnerability here, and I need it to be built into. So, the opening is lovely. It's nice. That's not too bad. In terms of playing spiritual chicken with each other, that's not too bad. I've seen worse. I've seen worse for us, okay? What I do like, though, is that designation, though, helped me a lot. Because honey, it helps me a lot. So even while they have expectation for you to open up the dialogue and to have fun with it, it gives me an idea of how much emphasis they put on your skill and your level of attracting them. Okay, so that helps in many ways. It does. But who actually needs to work into building into their emotionality, the vulnerability? That's what stops being playtime. Okay. Okay, that ain't too bad. That really isn't. But I'm not gonna lie though. Yeah, I'm a real person, guys. And I do the real tarot, but I'm also a real person. And honestly, yeah, I kind of want one or two people to shit or get off the pot. I know that's an ugly expression. Yeah, it's that way for a reason. I just, oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It gets exhausting sometimes. Okay, fuck off with the Wheel of Fortune. I know. It's coming back. I know. And it's the truth of it. That Ace of Swords. I know. So this is an unfinished truth. It's an unfinished reference point. Am I surprised? No. Why did I even get this out? I know it's because, well, you know, that's what I'm doing for everybody. You're no different. But I knew what the score was on Judgment. 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and that score hasn't changed. But the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, I know. It's an unfinished truth. And it's a hard truth, though, so I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But yeah, something on your past. Time passes. Okay. Fast forward, catches up to us. Oh, hey, remember that? Let's finish up that thought, shall we? Okay. You got it, Chief. But, the thing is that you're good with your words, and that's exactly what they want to hear. 7 of Cups, you're both into it. I just know. I just fucking know. Because I know you, I know the sign. If you're that Scorpio listening to this and you resonate, you're like, it is what it is. And the thing is that they want that. Otherwise, their energy won't open up. They want to hear it. They do. They want to hear it. They want to hear it. They want the good stuff. Talk to me. Talk to me. Let's hear your words. Let's see what you got. You're going, okay. Okay. Yeah, I know, honey. I know. Don't do anything you don't want to do. If your heart's not in it, don't do it. Ergo, what I'm seeing for you is the initial oomph on both sides. You both like to play into each other's energy. You both like to flatter your egos to each other. You both like to turn each other on. You have a history with it. Looks like unfinished history. But at the end of the day, you're all heart. So do not forget that. Okay? That's you. King of Cups. That's you, baby. Be open to giving and receiving love. Fire's all well and good. But you know who you are at the end of the day. Don't do anything you don't want to do. And honestly, don't put yourself out there. Don't use your precious fucking words, even if it's done lightly, as I'm saying here, if you know it's not going to be returned to you. I see their response is conditional. About what you say and how you say it. So don't put yourself out there unless you know it's what you want to connect with and you can reasonably anticipate reconnectivity. 3 cups. And I do believe this is the opportunity then for at least one person to better utilize their emotional self. Because this is all well and good. This is all fun and games. But can you sustain? Right? Can they sustain? Initial attraction? No problem. Oh, but do you have long-term game? Both of you. Either of you. Saying, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know you do. All right. Is yours a bit cheeky? Yep. Was theirs too? Uh-huh. They expect it. They expect the flattery. Freedom, number 32. Remember, if it was disconnected from once, if you claimed freedom from this connection once, you can do it again. You're not obligated, so don't step into that unless you want to. You have the freedom to choose, as I often say, number 32. For some of you, excuse me, Scorpio might be one of your minor placements, or you might have very one distinct placement in it. That doesn't matter. You know, drop Scorpio, it still counts. That's my opinion. But you both seem to be touched with fire, or you both... you both know how to respond to it. Give and take. But I promise you, someone's not giving until the other person... October for some of you. I'm not going to lie, it did cross my mind. Judgment crosses that threshold. Sometimes it's divine timing that's happening here now. For others, it happens when it happens. For some of you, distinctly October. I don't know that it's necessarily specifically tied to our season, which starts late October. But October, I would just say, and that's, I'm not telling you to wait. I didn't say wait. You'll never hear that coming out my mouth. Anyway, I'm going to let that one pass. Younger man, older man. Oh. No, I'm not saying two people, to be clear. I see your energy, I see someone else's energy. Younger man, older man. Okay. Dealings with a relationship with someone who is younger, dealing with a relationship with someone who is older, both masculine. Okay. Butterfly transformation. You. Of course. The energy is so different, but it's the same. Younger woman at the bottom. Firecracker. I get that. Is this someone who's older, but they have the energy towards you like someone who's younger? It doesn't have to be, but that was honestly my first impression. Will you make them feel young? I don't know. I feel like that's the King of Pentacles here. Someone who's practical, older, wiser. But that doesn't mean that they've developed their emotional self. The attraction part, that's easy, as you see. As you see. As they know. But in terms of the emotional development, still feels young or vulnerable, and we need to build into that more. Okay. All right. All right. No, we did all that. We did all that. That was interesting. No, that's enough. October. Yeah, so for some of you, of course, right around the start of our season. I have no idea what it's like to be in October, baby. I'm a November baby. But, yeah, right around there. We have C, Q, X. We have the medallion of Leo. Keyword here being generous. Some of you You're being very generous here. You might have some very strong Leo in your chart as referenced. You might both have a strong dose of fire in there. Keyword here, being generous, though. Okay. Anyway, you might be connected to Leo, like I said, Leo in your chart, and then the season might be important to you, which we're currently in Leo season, sure. And then we have Cupid's arrow, possibly Sagittarius. But yeah, Cupid's arrow striking home. Well, this has to be one of the more productive coming back around calls I've seen in a while for us. So that's nice. I actually saw real movement here. Communication must be real good. Oh, God. That's how you use your sexual energy, at least on the initial contact with this person, is your words. Okay, we got, oh. Yeah. I was enjoying this one way too much. I started out disliking it, and then I ended up warming up to it. Okay, and, that's what she said. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helps you. I do. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me, Pisces. Like always, we're going to start by clarifying your Ace of Wands, yeah? And just get a feel for your present-day passions. Show me, Pisces. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Magician. You are aware of your sexual energies, your pros. Okay? Comfortable with your body. But what you're experiencing, though, is dissatisfaction. And something that you say you would normally feel good about, currently you feel like your physical needs are not being met. And it's something that, from your point of view, you take seriously. It means something to you. Your sexual energy does. You believe in a good investment, yes. And you believe sexual energy with the right person is a good investment. But you're showing me abandonment around that. Disconnectivity, breakage. You would like to counter-correct it with the Magician. You would like more, please, not less. So once more here with the King of Pentacles, and your sexual energy is, like I said, someone who is very familiar with their body and their physical needs. Okay? Very much in tune with what drives them. And for you, that would be your senses. What you can touch, taste, see, hear, etc. And like I said, you don't like the way they currently feel. Disconnected. Undervalued. Underinvested in. Like I said, you would like to counter-correct that. The Magician. Do you know, it's not like it's wild, crazy, a Knight of Wands, happy, fun time. It's because sexual energy is actually important to you. You see it as that when it is fulfilled, okay, it satisfies something within you, okay, at the personal level, in terms of feeling grounded and connected to somebody. So like I said, it's not just passion. You want more of what works, not what doesn't. And sometimes, I agree with you, sometimes more is more and less is less. You already know what less feels like. You would like to feel more, and by that I mean more complete with how you are expressing your sexual energy or how it's not being received or returned. Okay? What's going on? Excuse me. Queen of Swords, the Fool. Three of Swords. Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. Gosh. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a clear division of energies. When you're on your own and representing yourself, you look great. When whomever this is on their own and representing themselves, they look great. Together, the greatness doesn't match. Okay? You are who you are. They are who they are. You got good stuff. They got good stuff. But it's like Like I said, you two don't match. I'm sure you wanted to match with them, and I'm sure at some point they wanted to match with you, but it's not a match. Okay? And I'm not saying that to be mean or unkind. It's just, did you not hear me? Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. This is, no, we're not on the same page. And how we experience connectivity at the intimate level, emotional and sexual at this point. It's a disconnected sort of friendship. I don't think you two are attracted to each other. I really don't. It's like it's a hit and a miss, more of a miss. And I see where you're wanting more. This is not what you physically desire for yourself. And again, King and Queen of Pentacles, that means, once more, you take your sexual energy into a place of investment. You think it's a good investment. You like bonding with somebody. You're saying it enhances who you are and it's part of your expression. And I want you to know that about yourself. So you don't dismiss the sexual energy then as irrelevant or too small to be of importance. On the contrary, you know it's important to you, and I want you to know that about yourself. Okay? You're not just throwing it out there randomly, what the Knight of Wands would do, or maybe some pages would do. You're saying, no, I take ownership of my life. I know it's important to me. And I'm not investing in this. I want more. And like I said, sometimes more is more and less is less. And this speaks to less across the board for you both. They're not into it either. Again, that's not a mark against either one of you. I think you tried to line up and see if your energies were a match, and they're not. I'm seeing what looks like a clear case of non-chemistry. Okay. So I see you, to be perfectly honest, and I would encourage you to do this because it's what's correct for you. That's it. I encourage what's correct, not what isn't correct. You already know what not correct feels like. So why would you keep doing it? Queen of Swords and the Fool. Yeah, you've already kind of shifted your mental focus to a new beginning. Starting over, opening up in a different direction, taking chances elsewhere. Your mind is all for it. Logically and rationally, you've concluded this. Your spirit is willing. Your sexual energy is seeking a new opportunity. Just new. A new beginning there. Start from scratch. Three of Swords between you and this person, excuse me. Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. This person is oriented towards new love. And yes, they do want a relationship. One of emotionality and sexuality, but I don't think we have enough mutual interest here. Or, as like I said, you have your own particular set of chemistry. They have their own particular set of chemistry, but you two are not mixing well. Okay? So there is disappointment, but I don't think that Three of Swords should be taken too heavily here. Is disappointment. It's rejection in this context. Like literally in this context, it's rejection on both sides. So Three of Swords, is it often associated with heartbreak? Yes, as it rightfully should. But first and foremost, actually, is rejection. I'm rejecting you, you're rejecting me, we're rejecting each other. This is not, no. You're lovely, and I'm pretty good too, but it's not a match. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, man, that's... You thought about it, but it's like, honestly, this is a friend at best. And even then, if you continue to maintain any sort of relationship with them that's friendly, just know that you're choosing it consciously. But for now, I just see it as a kind of afterthought, like a label. No, they're a friend. They're a friend. Side note, if there's someone whom you might work with, you might have dismissed it as a potential intimate partner just out of that alone for some of you, FYI. But for the majority of you, it's kind of like, no, the vibe is too friendly, or there's not enough mutual interest. So Three of Pentacles here in this context would also be mutual interest. There's not enough of it. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Okay. They are who they are. Again, both of your operating systems, how you perceive yourself and what you're doing and what they're doing, neither one of you is wrong. It's just your rights aren't matching up. That's it. And I'm glad you came to terms with it. But for you, in terms of the sexual experience, it's like it's in want. It's in a state of lacking. You know how it is. Just to give you an example of what this might look like in real life. Let's say it was promising. It started out as a promising match or connection or whatever it is people are doing now with this. And we've had some nice little talks here, nice little messages, a couple little winky faces, you know. Let's say you had a date or two or whatever, and you have that first kiss, and it's like a dead fish, cold fish. I'm not trying to be like you, Pisces, but I'm just saying that's as much appeal as this had. It's like, oh, no. It's like trying to mouth a chihuahua. No. I mean, hopefully you've never done that. It's just the idea of it is what's so odd, right? It's like, no, we don't want to do that. No, it's just the awkwardness of it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel correct. You know, there's something about the in-person energy, which is everything, no matter what the messages were like, that actually count. And as soon as we connected, the energy fell flat. And it's like, oh, man. No. That's it. Why am I saying this now? Well, because many of you recently decided to not bother connecting with it anymore. Or it looks mutual. From my point of view, it literally looks... Trust me, they're disappointed too. And they're like, I don't think it's going to work with Pisces. And you're like, it's not going to work with them. And you want more. And I don't want you to disregard your manifestation. If you know you need more, and you do, you need more attraction than this, you need a stronger feeling than this, then it's absolutely correct. Don't ignore that instinct. People get themselves in trouble when they ignore that instinct. This isn't what I really want, but I mean, this is the only bites I'm getting on my line, so... Maybe I guess I'll go with it. No, don't just go with it. Don't become complacent. Don't just go along with it. No. I'd rather you have the freedom to choose, okay, a new beginning and exercise options than feel obligated to stay around and stick to something that you shouldn't have to force yourself to stick to at all. It's the early stages. No. No. This is the time to break away. Okay? I don't how it was done, but like I said, it looked mutual. Yeah, the High Priestess. Oh, honey, your intuition was all over this. There's the initial attraction. You're like, yeah, it's hot. They're hot, or I'm hot. I don't know, but intuitively, I don't know which way the point of view of heat is running. But you're like, intuitively, you feel this for yourself. There's that nasty little Three of Pentacles keeps popping up again, but you're like, this is a friendship, and I give them credit. Someone here is attractive, but just like I'm not personally attracted to them. You ever been in that situation where someone's attractive, but then you meet them and it's like, oh. You just want to maybe get a coffee, and then it becomes really half-hearted after that. It happens. It happens. Yeah, but your intuition's not wrong. And it could be you might suspect they're more attracted to you than you are to them, but for you it's just lacking. Something's not right, man. The chemistry's not correct. It's not being built into correctly. Or it could be that this person's, you know, they talk a good game, but I don't know. It doesn't seem that way. Nine of Swords, it's just, we don't need to overthink this. This one's kind of wrapping itself up. But yeah, the conclusion is for you both soon. It seems to be imminent, especially since you opened with, I want more, and more is more. And I'm not willing to negotiate on more. I need more. Again, it's not just sex. It's the thing that gets you to invest. Okay? The thing that I can be here, and I choose this. I choose this for myself physically, and that's a big deal for me. Okay? We're talking about future investments. And it begins now, and they feel like a friend. They might be cute, they might be attractive, but they feel like a friend. And that's it. We don't want to argue with that feeling. So, I'm happy to report that you're back on the trail, and they will be too. Remember, you met them with the Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. I know they're in it for love, and I know they're in it for relationships, and you have your own, you clearly want to grow with somebody using your sexual energy as a platform to kind of tell you where it is you should be. And it ain't with this. Like I said, you know what you know. They know what they know. Okay. Harmony, 28. And transgression. It's something's not lining up with that energy, man. Transgression, harmony. It's not in harmony. And you would be going against yourself if you pretended otherwise. I completely agree with you. You would be creating more space for disharmony if you continue to choose something that you know you shouldn't be investing in. Get out now while it's still early. Okay? I mean, that's it. Don't expect much after a couple of conversations and a couple of dates. It is weird to me how much people are putting their emotionals, like they are throwing their emotions away over essentially a text. It's like, I thought we meant something. Based on what? A couple of flirtatious messages? No, rejection is real. It's part of life. Get used to it. It will make you stronger and better, not weaker and more fragile. It's like, no, you're at the early stages. Neither one of you should be like too upset about this. Honestly, something's off, man. Like, but just above all, don't dishonor yourself by creating false harmony. That will become the biggest transgression later. Just don't do it. Yeah, but I don't know. There's something off. There's something off with somebody somewhere. Your intuition picked up on it twice. Okay. Someone here might be a little more concerned with image than actual founding principles, grounded principles of connectivity. And what does that mean? Fire, passion. Yeah, you know the attraction's there, but that doesn't mean you need to commit to it. No, I agree. That's discernment. You can be attracted to just about anything or anybody. That doesn't mean it has stay power. Chair filled. Oh, okay, someone new is entering your life. There you go. Someone with more presence. Okay, chair filled, but someone new is going to be entering your life. Okay, or you theirs. You're on that path. And we'll have some more luck next time. The 4-leaf clover. Very good. We have the letter N, S. We have the medallion of Aquarius as well as Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to their seasons, might be important to you. And we have the infinity loop. You want something deeper, more along the realms of soul bonded. What's important to you is important to that person, and that they would feed it back to you in a healthy way and in a consistent way. Okay? Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Good job listening to yourself. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Thursday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. Like always, we're going to start with your Ace of Wands and just get a feel for your present passions. Show me Cancer, please. It sounds so dramatic when the AC kicks on. All right, what's going on? 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. You got a lot going on in there. Good. I'm happy for you. Congratulations, by the way. That's that happily ever after people are looking for. You got it. You nailed it in like 3 cards on your opening. That's amazing. So yeah, your sexual energy is, well, very streamlined. In other words, it gets rerouted into like the biggest area of your life. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Yeah, talk about having it all, honey. And apparently you do. Congratulations. And 6 of Cups. So you share having it all, clearly, with someone whom you are very close to, soul bond. So here we have a 6 of Cups that is under the umbrella that is the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So like I said, your sexual energy shows up and it goes overall into your way of life. So your energy, your sexual energy is not devoted to just sex. It goes here, it goes there. You use your energy as you see fit. And you've got a lot going on in there. There's a lot of stability in there. Foundation. Things are set in place. 10 of Cups, emotional harmony. And then, of course, the actual partnership you have with someone, clearly, whom you've spent a lot of time, years with, building this, co-creating this. So yeah, you two, I have no doubt, not just sexual energy, collectively, all the energies you have go to this. And it's beautiful. What you two have built is absolutely beautiful. Gosh. Sometimes it might feel like there's not a lot of room for intimacy between you and this person. There's so much going on. But it looks very established. And said very stable. And loving. Okay, Chariot, you, Six of Pentacles, Judgment, oh yes, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, I see, Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the Knights of Pentacles, okay. Well, like I said, sometimes it might feel like there's not a lot of room for you two to be intimate to each other because the co-creation effect is quite high for you both. It seems like you're both expected to be everywhere, plugged into everything, and taking care of many. So I can definitely see where the sexual energy also, like I said, gets rerouted, but it may seem like there's not a lot to spare just between you two. The actual intimacy and the intimacy is often a space of lack or want, you know, and you're aware of it. To some extent, they are too. The Chariot, Six of Pentacles, you're a driving force behind all these balances. You are. You absolutely show up for it. And you like stability. You like things to be in a certain way, just so. Balanced, just so, every day. And you drive, you literally drive that Chariot. Okay? You're like, that's what I do. I bring things together. I keep them balanced. I keep this machine well functioning, and it's a big way of life in there. Huge. Like I said, you two seem to be connected to everything and everybody. Yeah, you're a big driver behind that. Now, judgment between you and this person. We'll get back to that. Six of Swords, Queen of Wands. This person has shown me that they have drifted away, not completely exited, but drifted away from their passions. I see that. I'm sure you experience it yourself. Okay? Especially when you get, well, you get lost, but you're not lost. No. You show up and you're clearly devoted to making things work and function in so many ways. Okay. And they themselves, like I said, they're in there with you co-creating, and it seems like your person detaches from their passion. Either regularly or for some time now. I don't think it's completely lost. I know they have fire in them with the Queen of Wands. I see it. But it often drifts away. Okay. It's time we recognized it here with Judgment, because in some way it impacts you both. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. Huge portions of your energy are devoted to the balances, but so too does your passion show up to maintain those things. You're saying, that's my life, that's my choice. And I give it the best energy I have every day. Okay, it's my responsibility, and I do it gladly. So that's where your enthusiasm is, that's where your hope is, that's where a lot of your passion is. I made that very clear. It gets rerouted, seriously, into the working parts of your realities, the both of yours realities. Theirs, however, their passion, it's like they're becoming a little bit more unfamiliar with it every day. So it's drifted. Okay, we all drift from our sexual energy from time to time, especially when it gets devoted to so many other areas. I'm worried that they're drifting a little too far away. Okay. To remember the intimacy they should be sharing with you. Okay, I know you have your moments too. You get lost to work. Let's call it for what it is. I see that. You're glad to do it, but yeah, you can get lost to work. Absolutely. That includes your passion itself too. They themselves are detaching, and they're not fully acknowledging it. So those moments of small intimacy, joys, just being in each other's company, to holding each other's hands, just being able to sit comfortably near each other on the couch and enjoy a movie, you know, those are small, intimate moments that are quite, like I said, small in nature. but they carry with it a lot of meaning. And then to the bigger stuff, to perhaps full-on sexual encounters. Okay, all that is kind of being drifted away from. So judgment here is being shared. It's time you both kind of realized what's going on between you two. It's headed in that direction of critical peak. Okay, critical mass, as I often say. So it's time to recognize it. All right, and you too, this is a great time to put your focus back on each other. Okay? I feel like this person's drifted away quite a bit more than I don't think they know. I don't think they know. Okay, so it's this is time to bring it up, talk about it. Knights of Cups, the Tower, and the Knights of Pentacles. There we go. Easy. Easy does it. It's uncomfortable. When you're talking about intimacy, it requires a certain level of vulnerability. Much to somebody's surprise, it's like I didn't expect that to be the point of conversation. I didn't think that was a concern, but oh, maybe it is. It's like somebody didn't realize, oh, that's what's been missing. It just kind of dawns on somebody, oh, I didn't think it was that big of a concern, but it kind of is. And that's what we told ourselves at the time. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But again, that was kind of a tower talking. It hasn't been, it hasn't been 6 months. No, surely it hasn't been 6 months since we've, you see what I'm saying? It's like that. The recovery on that tower is pretty quick. So I know it wasn't devastating, but it is lightly confrontational. And I got news for folks. The most secure relationships you will ever have are meant to make space for safe confrontation. And that's what this is. It is safe confrontation. Hey, I want to talk to you about this. Look, I know this is our reality. It gets busy. I love our life. I chose it. I'm there for it every day. You know me. I show up for this every day. It's just you and I. We're drifting. I see it. And I think, maybe you see it too. Maybe you didn't think it was a big deal, but it's kind of a big deal. I feel like we should be, you and I, more together than we are. In ways both big and small. Okay, from those little moments to actually enjoying each other in the bedroom. Because I tell you what, those little things have added up. It's like they really have drifted away, I believe, from their own sexual energy towards you, understanding their attraction, allowing themselves to feel their attraction instead of putting it off or acting like it's inconvenient, which can absolutely happen, understandably, when you're running the Ten of Pentacles, when you're running the Ten of Cups. And all your best energy, your best vavoom, your hope, your fire is going to that and pushing it and pushing it and connecting it every day. That's what you do. They're part of it. I say that you take on the majority of the responsibility, but that's not the point. They're in it too. What you might take care of physically in terms of the connectivity, they might take care of emotionally in terms of the connectivity with others. I mean, there's so much in there. Anyway, it's not really about the roles and who does what. You can both be advised, hey, okay, you both drifted away from this. Them, though the attraction, not acting on the feeling, not expressing it, not being in tune with it, rejecting it a little bit more and more every day. Yeah, so let's draw the attention back. Now's the time. This is an ideal time. You two might be currently in a calm state where things are just kind of floating at a stable level. This is a great time to bring it up, and that's, again, safe confrontation. What? This is what that looks like. Realistically, real talk. Real talk. Real talk. You ever been in a real relationship that lasted a long time? Real talk. This is what that looks like sometimes. It has not been 6 months since we've had sex. I gave you a blowjob last week. Honey, that was a couple months ago. Oh. Really? Really? Oh. You see what I'm saying? Sorry, it's a real talk. It's just I'm looking at a Cancer who's in this for reals, and it's beautiful what you have. What the two of you have is really lovely, and this is, like I said, this is most people's idea of happily ever after, and the details of it is such as that this is life, and it's easy to get lost to the vastness of it. But otherwise, I would say you two are well connected. You've known each other a long time. You have a whole way of life in here. And you two are in each other's corners, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually, not just physically. So remember that. You're a whole person, they're a whole person. At the end of the day, you two are the only ones who can share and create those intimate moments, be they big or small. All right? So you two need to remind each other of that. All right. Okay, that's enough. Sorry. I didn't mean to get all lectury. I just want to let you know that was probably one of the better positioned towers I've ever seen in my life, because the recovery snaps back quick. Knight of Pentacles, and by that I mean, the appreciation of the reality. Okay. That we're not being vulnerable. We're not being open to, not just the love, but the sexual expression too. It's not anybody's at fault. No, I see fault all the time. It's not really about fault. It's just fucking life, man. Real tarot is real life, and I'm just saying somebody's real life, that's all. I don't think there's any fault. And when you get this busy, yeah, it's easy to let the fire slip. It's easy to forget, I'm used to feeling a certain sexy way, and I just haven't felt that way in a long time. You know, it's I see this person's got a little fire in them. Yeah, with that Queen of Wands. You know, and they kind of drifted away from it, and that's all right. That happens. Okay, the High Priestess, the Emperor. Intuitively, you feel. Oh yeah, see, there you go. Whoever has that more masculine energy here is the one who's been feeling it, the truth of it. But it's been hard to accept that, the resistance of the truth of it. And Nine of Wands, and that was kind of self-inflicted here. I feel the truth here. It's hard. It's hard to look at. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to accept. But it's like, yeah, it's the truth. And it's like, and somebody here specifically feels the sexual frustration and how it's been building up and building up and building up. And again, that's just life being life in this context. This is what everybody wants to see in tarot. Here's what it looks like when it actually happens, at least at the intimate level, okay? It's not good or bad, it just is. And you counter-correct. You do your best to counter-correct. If you love and care about your partner, and you love and care about yourself, you talk about this shit. Like I said, healthy connections should have a safe level of confrontation. And the Magician, I know you want more, okay? It's on a particular road of correctness, slow. Okay, but the point is that it got corrected. All right. Now, I know Six of Swords full on leaving when I see it. This wasn't it. This was someone who was drifting away in their passions, because you two have a whole way of life. No, that ain't going nowhere. Not anytime soon. No. And that was a big thing here. Got lessons here. Don't neglect the passion. Always have a date night. All that cheesy shit you hear, it's not cheesy. It helps. It's those intimate moments, both big and small, and they should be ritualized and cared for and protected just as much as the pentacle, just as much as your connection. The intimacy has to be protected and reinforced as much as anything else. Okay? So yeah, have the date night. Yeah, role play. Have those moments. Go to a restaurant, act like you two have never met. It's fun. We have the month of June, Tulip. Oh, okay. A great passion. Something happened in June where there was a moment, perhaps, for you or somebody where there's great passion and it was neglected. Or it was at the last time. It's June. Well, okay, I grant you. All right. Well, literally, tomorrow will be August 1st, so it's been perhaps a month for some of you, but I strongly suspect what I'm seeing here is that there was a moment for great passion in June. It was missed. Somebody didn't get picked up the cues or the signals or just frankly declined. And is that where I'm seeing the masculine intuitively understanding what's going on, but feeling sexually frustrated? Okay, okay. The flute, and that's what I'm saying, it where there was disappointment. Yeah, there was a moment where it's like you two actually had some time alone, or somebody didn't honor the date night, or you had time alone, and I just missed it. Missed it. Just didn't see it. Didn't make good on it. You know? I am sorry. All the more reason. All the more reason, okay? To bring this up. Surrendering 31. Oh, see, as of today. Okay. As of today, the 31st. Yeah, some of you might be talking about this today. Okay. Surrendering that this is the truth, or okay, I get it. It's okay, I get it. Surrendering to the truth, or I see it now, or insight. And it's uncomfortable, but still it was important. It's important to you both. Now, you didn't really show me too much of your sexual characteristics, and the fact that you pride yourself on taking care of business. So that means everything. That would include what you experience intimately as well. You would pride yourself on taking care of business because that's apparently your whole way of life. And try to be receptive, meet the needs. You have expectations and you try to meet their expectations. You tend to be considerate. You got some firm moves in there. And for their part, like I can see they got a little firecracker, but they forgot what it's like to be explosive or spontaneous or something. The letter L, we have the Medine of Pisces. You might have some strong Pisces in your chart, could be connecting to, or their season might be important to you. And then we have the twin dolphins. You two are a lot alike. You balance each other out quite well. You're each other's equals quite well. And you know that. They know that. Okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.